I wanna fly high so I can reach the highest of all of the heavens. You know that song?
Oh, I've heard that once or twice. What's that from? That's from what is that? Mario? What is that?
It's from
Odyssey?
Rainbow
It's
Road.
from Rainbow Road, baby.
Vroom,
It's
vroom,
a
vroom,
Rainbow
vroom,
Road.
vroom,
It's
vroom, vroom.
what's
Oh
your
no! I'm
favorite?
gonna
No.
crash! Hey everybody. Ooh, oh
Sorry,
here
there's
she
sponsor on
is.
the chat. There
Yappy
she is.
Gilmore. First of all, how
Look at
are
the setup,
hey,
chat.
hold first of all, how are audio levels, guys?
How's our
Are
audio
we
levels? We're
are
gonna
do we
talk at the
sound the
same time.
same?
Tell us who sounds louder when we're talking at the
Is it
same exact
me
time, like
or is
we.
it
Oh, is it
him or is
me?
it both of us?
Who is it? Both of
Both
us.
of us. Hey, we just wrote a song.
Oh, I love that.
Is it both of us or is it just me?
Both of
Both of
us.
us. Okay, the audio is great.
Ooh, ooh.
Thank
Oh,
you
okay,
guys.
nice.
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the MaeMaeTown podcast featuring me,
Welcome back.
MaeMaeTown, and
And
Neodoodlez on
and
Twitch.
Neodoodles.
Whoa!
Hey, we already got a
Silver!
subscription in the Twitch chat from Silver Gun RG. And a little known fact about Silver Gun RG is his name, which comes from Silver the Hedgehog, from the Sonic the Hedgehog series from the Sega
Cinematic
Genesis Entertainment
Universe.
System. And and also
This
gun,
song sells
as in the
friends.
gun that Shadow's gonna kill you with.
Get that mop! Get that mop! It's get somebody find a mop. It's getting sticky in this beep. I censored it because the podcast is like a little bit more family friendly than my streams.
A little bit, a little tad.
On my streams, I say the full cuth,
Oh no,
full cuth.
jeez. We
Beep.
gotta be Spotify friendly. Which one's worse?
Who cares?
Who has the worst censorship?
Um, well, YouTube demonetizes. I think
Well, we gotta make the money.
YouTube. I think you can't cuss in the first minute of a video, or they demonetize you. I learned that from Game Grumps.
Wasn't I the same size as you when we did the pre-pro? What happened? I didn't move my chair.
I don't know.
I just
I've been ready. No, you're just you're just really close. No, you're fine now. I mean, we look the same practically.
we look almost the same.
Um, you say cuss words? I
Uh-oh.
cuss a little.
Like what?
What's your favorite? What's your favorite word? Fuck. Hey, we're a minute in.
I watched
Right.
the Miranda Cosgrove on Kai's stream.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
First of all, have I talked about iCarly on this before?
Don't know.
I loved iCarly. I was a big iCarly fan
Same.
when I was younger. I was just out of the age demographic. Like I was a little bit too old for it. I was like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. I'm the same age as Jeanette McCurdy and Miranda Cosgrove, so it's fine. But so
Yeah.
I was my late teens, but I remember I binged the whole show and I was a big fan of it. I was like, this is genuinely very funny. But unfortunately, I cannot go back to it. I can't go back to it knowing all this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, who can? I mean, some people
Oh
can. Can't
God,
speak for them, but yeah, it's hard to see even clips.
I know, and it's so disappointing because I was like, genuinely a funny show, and it's just like that's why it was nice seeing Miranda Cosgrove on Kai's stream,
Oh yeah,
uh, because it was like they were doing like a funny
Kai
iCarly
Carly.
parody, Kai Carly.
Yeah,
I was like, this is all the fun of that without any of the
I know.
Dan.
I'm glad that she's kind of like giving it a fresh perspective too.
I mean, she kind of has been, right? Because they've had
Yeah,
that iCarly reboot.
yeah,
Do you
they
have any
have.
iCarly fans in chat? Anybody watch that as a youngin?
If you don't like iCarly, you can get the hell out.
It was the show. It was the show.
Barely. Get out of here, token.
Get out of here, token duelist on Twitch. I liked what I saw. Yeah, it was very funny.
I liked what
Like I
I
said, if it didn't
saw.
have the negative context around it, oh, I'd be binging that show.
Yeah, it does now, but yeah, that was the show, that and Drake and Josh. Those were my two favorite Nickelodeon shows, I
That one
think.
I didn't watch, but I've seen clips of that, and that was funny as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard that's another one you can't really go back and watch because that was also equally as
Oh,
terrible.
that's the worst one.
That's the worst one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a darn shame.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh
that
well.
show was big. Was
Oh
Corey in the
man,
house safe? Because that was Disney,
Corey in the
right?
House. I mean, it was safe, but it wasn't good.
The show sucked.
I did meet one of the stars though.
Oh shoot.
I've told this story before, right? The Toontown meetup in Orlando,
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah. Tell it again
Let
for
me tell it
chat.
again because I don't know if I told it on the podcast. But
Yeah.
when Toontown the online game was huge back in like 2003 or 4, I was 8 years old. Probably no, maybe closer to like 9 or 10. A little too old, I think, for what I'm about to tell you. Um, so I was like, I paid for a Toontown membership. My dad did, not me, because I didn't have a job. Um, but I was so into it, and then Disney announced that they were doing a Toontown meetup in Orlando, Florida, at one of the Disney, like, not the parks, but like they had like a property. It was like they have like a sports center and like another place, where they
It's so
had,
cool of them to do. Like that's a to
yeah.
acknowledge Two Town, even though it's such kind of like a weird little niche,
Well, at the
you
time it
know?
was really hot because it was like the first online Disney game. So it's like
Yeah.
they were putting a lot of money into that. And so they announced they were doing this Toontown meetup, and if you went, you get to meet Myra Walsh, who plays the girl on Corey in the House, the girlfriend of Corey and his
Ah.
other friend, the blonde dude. She's gorgeous. She was also in the Starving Games, which is a Hunger Games parody, which is really funny.
Okay.
So I met her, and then Jake Thomas, who played Lizzie McGuire's brother.
Did you get to have like a conversation with them?
Well, yeah, I mean, I met them. I mean, I was a child, so to them, I was like, they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Aw, they were really nice to me. But I took a picture with them, but like every photo that I took back in like 2004 is gone. Also, I met Demi Lovato, took a picture with her. It's gone. I don't know where it is.
Shoot.
She signed my Converse. Don't know where it is.
Oh, the shoes are gone too?
It's probably in my parents' house somewhere, but I'm afraid that my dad was like, found it in the closet and was like, "Oh, there's like Sharpie all over this. Let me throw this away."
Damn, I
Even though
hope
he
not.
went with me, I don't know. I'm sure something happened to it.
We should go find that. Let's
I'm
go treasure hunt
tempted.
it.
I'm tempted to go look for it
Yeah,
because I'm like, dude, that's a Converse signed by Demi Lovato. It's probably worth some
that's
money.
yeah, that's amazing.
It's probably dirty as hell though.
R.I.P. Toontown though. They should.
Yeah.
Hey, the people showed up for Toontown. Damn,
Oh, they did at this meetup. There was like 300 people there. We were
that's
outside
crazy.
in this like pavilion. It was so hot because it was like August.
Oh
And
my God, that is brutal.
yeah, it was really really hot, and there was a lot of people, but it was fun. There was like little games that they had set up, like you could throw pies and stuff like that. It was really cute.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I missed
You get
those
like
days.
the what are they called? The tricks, the gags,
Gags, yeah.
gags. So they had real life gags.
Mm-hmm. Like
See, I didn't
spray
have anything
bottles
cool
and
like that for like Maple Story.
yeah.
That's all we had. But
Yeah.
did Toontown was Toontown free?
Toontown was free to an extent. No, no, Toontown was not free. I think you
Oh,
had to have
really?
a membership.
Did you have to physically buy the game? I don't know.
No, it was a
Okay.
server, and you just had to pay for the membership. I think it was like five
Dang, that's
dollars a month or
crazy.
something,
Oh shoot.
maybe more.
Yeah, my family didn't have a credit card, so we couldn't do anything like that. I really wanted, you know what I wanted as a kid, but I never got because like nobody owned a credit card until me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
Was a Nintendo Power subscription.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I was obsessed with Nintendo. Did you ever have any like magazines you were subscribed to?
We had like catalogs. We didn't really do like entertainment magazines or anything like
You
that.
didn't do like
Well,
Teen Bop or
okay,
anything
well
like
no,
that?
I didn't subscribe to it, but I would go to the store and buy it for sure. I
Yeah,
got all the
sometimes like if
posters.
if my mom had like a generous payout, sometimes she would treat us. We'd go to the variety store, the convenience store, and I would either get some Sonic comics. I'd get the newest issue of the Sonic comic, maybe
Mm-hmm.
if we're lucky, a Shonen Jump magazine. Oh, those were
Ooh.
$8, so those were like a
Mm-hmm.
more expensive one,
Mm-hmm.
but they were huge. They were thick, and they had like a chapter of like five different mangas. So there was always like seven chapters, or depending how many manga they had at the time.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. So that was a really good value. Or we would get like a magazine, whether it be like Nintendo Power, Game Pro, or a big one was Beckett Pokemon Collector. They would always have like these weird small little Pokemon magazines I would always buy.
Yeah.
those are great. I don't really buy physical media like that anymore, though.
I
Um,
know. Well, there's
you
not
know what?
much
I
of
actually
an
went
appeal.
to. Yeah, I know, I get it, but like I don't know. I kind of like reading through a little magazine. The last time I bought a magazine, I actually remember the exact time it was. It was in 2021 when my uncle and I were in BC, and I was exploring the little shops. I had woken up earlier, and I was walking around the shops, and I went into this grocery store, and they had a Pokemon magazine I had never heard of before. So I bought it. I'm like, that is so cute. I've never heard of this Pokemon magazine. I'm gonna, I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna just read it. And I was sitting there in the hotel room reading this magazine. I was like, this is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is lovely. And
Yeah.
I kind of miss that. Like, yeah, you're not gonna catch the most relevant news, but like, I don't know. I just like looking at it. I like
Yeah.
the smell of it too.
Mm.
Like a fresh magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Well, they just
that's nice.
like, especially for like pop culture, like there's just nothing going on. And I
Yeah.
think, phones definitely killed the teen magazine industry because it's like everything's on TikTok, everything's on Instagram. You're going to get information faster on TikTok than you
Yeah.
ever would with a magazine. Cuz like back then it was like, what is Nick Jonas drinking these days? Not alcohol, but like you know
And
what I
on
mean.
TikTok, you're like, oh, it's water.
Like, "Oh, I saw Nick Jonas 5 seconds ago drinking an espresso." Like, so there's no point for it, but back then, like the Teen Bop magazines, they had posters in them. So you would buy the magazines and get like 6 posters of like the
Oh
Jonas
yeah.
Brothers.
My
So,
sister's wall was just like corner to
mhm.
corner, all covered in like Backstreet Boys, Eminem, like
Yeah.
whoever was hot at the time, right?
Oh yeah.
That was what her room looked like. It was insane.
Same.
I even my cousin as well. Like she had like Avril on her wall,
Mhm.
Good Charlotte, all that stuff. I didn't have that. Like I had some Game Pro posters, so I had some game posters. But you know what I used to do was this is bad, and I wish I didn't do this. This sound I don't even want to say. I'm embarrassed. I used to take the covers off of my comics
Why?
and put them on the wall.
Oh,
But like it's cool, but like wow, what a like those old comics don't have their covers anymore.
I know you just like ruined the value of
I
them.
just destroyed them. I just destroyed them.
Would you like a
I'm like
cover?
this is gonna look sick as hell, and it did. Like it did,
Yeah.
but I did destroy those comics.
Yeah, there's a lot of things looking back. I'm like, you shouldn't have touched that, you idiot. Because
Yeah.
I didn't, as a teenager, I didn't understand the value of like nostalgic collectibles. So there's so many things that it's like, dude, you could have hung on to like
Oh,
those. What?
am I disconnected?
No?
I am.
Oh,
Oh, am I back?
yeah, for a second. But you're back though.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. I don't know. You're like a
Good.
ghost. You
I went
flashed.
ghost, but I've been actually gone for like 20 seconds.
Really?
Well, like 15. I don't know, but anyway.
Oh, well, you weren't gone though.
Okay. Well, it cut out audio for me in the thing. And my internet's being a
Oh.
freak.
Oh, weird. Well, no, you didn't cut out for the stream. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Not for me.
Okay.
Um.
I'm so sorry I interrupted with my connection.
Oh no, it's okay. It's. I mean, that's the what's it called? That's the issue with remote podcasts.
That is true. That is true. Hey,
Hey, guess what? I don't have a brain.
that's
Hey,
okay.
guess
That's okay.
what? Nothing going on up here except Sonic.
I'm only thinking about Sonic. I got my little Sonic emblem on today
I
again.
for those of you okay for the later people. I know the people here know what's up. For the people listening later, watching later, I have recently dedicated my life to our Lord and Savior Sonic the Hedgehog.
Of course.
I've been
You'd be with you.
blasting Speed Be With You. I've been blasting the content on TikTok, and boy, is it paying off.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna be my life forever. So this is now a Sonic Twitch channel.
You are
Congratulations to all of
getting
you.
the views, follows.
Oh my
I kind of
god.
want to lean into the Sonic thing as well. I am a ridiculously huge Sonic fan. I
Yeah.
love Sonic so much. And I don't really do anything with that. I even made myself a little Sonic VTuber. Like I have a Sonic
Yeah.
VTuber. And I just don't really dive into that at all. And I don't really know why. I did have a Sonic anniversary stream one time where I
Mm-hmm.
did like anniversary, like a celebration stream, where I streamed Sonic games for like 3 days in a row, and those were long streams. We played through a few games.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did Colors, Generations, some old ones. Like it was a good time, and everybody liked it. People like the Sonic stuff, and Sonic is currently, as we speak, the moment.
It is the moment, and I have a feeling it will be forever
Forever.
going forward.
I mean, Sonic has never really lost relevance, though.
No, but like to the normies out there, it never mattered.
That's true.
You know,
That's true. But I
like
mean, now you got the big names talking it up, right?
you
You
got
got Jim
Keanu
talking.
Reeves.
Well, even Jim Carrey, he's like,
Yeah,
"This is the best thing I've ever been a part of."
this is my best work.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy.
he's like, "This is gonna be bigger than you know," and I'm like, I don't think Jim's gonna lie to me.
No,
He's too sentient for that.
he's way too sentient for that. No, if Jim Carrey says it's gonna be, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind.
It's gonna blow your mind.
And it's like, I talked about this on stream last night, but Keanu Reeves turned down like Marvel for this role for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Good, good. What was he
So
supposed to be in Marvel?
I don't know. I just
Who
know he
cares?
turned down multiple contracts for Shadow,
Yeah.
which is
My God,
crazy.
that's amazing.
It
I
just
mean,
goes to
it's Shadow the
show.
Hedgehog.
It just goes to
You know?
show how iconic this franchise is and how like these A-list actors are jumping at the chance to play a hedgehog or an echidna. It's like you never I never could have imagined that this caliber of like actors would be like, yeah, I'm gonna play this role. Are
Yeah.
you kidding?
They got a few huge names. I mean, specifically Idris Elba,
Mm-hmm.
Keanu Reeves, Jim Carrey. Those three in particular, I would say, are the biggest stars there.
Yeah.
And that's incredible, right? You're getting like the big names. You're getting the huge names,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to bring it to the normal, like the normie people. And Silver in the chat, he says, until we enter the next era of Dark Age, or what happened after Sonic 06 and bad 3D games, besides Unleashed Frontiers. Here's the thing: I don't think they're in the business of making bad games anymore.
Mm.
I think they know how much damage the bad games did. Like it was funny, it was ironically funny. Like you look back on the Game Grumps Sonic 06 playthrough, which brought a lot of people into Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic 06 is one of the most famous games to play online because it's so notoriously
It's
bad.
awful.
But like, look at recent Sonic games; they just don't make bad ones anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The Shadow Generations, oh my god, that was unreasonably good. That was the best Sonic thing I've ever played in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And the DLC comes out in a couple days. I'm going to be playing that too.
It's very exciting.
It's awesome, yeah. So I'm just like, I think we're cozy right now. They've kind of mastered the Sonic formula, and they're going to give us only good stuff from now on. I think
Yeah. Well, I think it's just the
this might
perfect
age like
time.
milk. It might.
No, I don't think it will. Like I just based on what we've seen of like this trailer and of Shadow Generations with the little animated like series that they did leading up to it. I mean, that was cinema. It was so beautiful.
That was cinema too, but I wish the episodes were longer than a minute.
I wish they would just do a whole show like that.
Make a whole anime. Like
Just do
we
it.
haven't had a Sonic anime since Sonic X.
Even the like the promo for Frontiers with like Knuckles, that felt like a
Oh, that was
show.
gorgeous.
They should make a show just like that.
They did all these other shorts, like they did Chow in Space. They did the Sonic R
Mm-hmm.
Team Sonic Racing one. They did like they
Yeah.
did a ton of Sonic animated shorts, beautifully animated. They were gorgeous.
Yeah.
So it's like they have the potential to make this whole like Sonic. They should make a Sonic anime. I think the Knuckles thing was kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't really know why they made that if he wasn't going to be in it as much.
Yeah, I think
Um,
well it's cheaper because like they don't have to pay for Idris, and they also don't have to animate Knuckles, who's like probably hard to animate.
yeah, but like for a while I thought they weren't actually doing it because so much time passed before a trailer was actually released.
Yeah,
And so I was like, okay, I guess they're not doing it, whatever. But I can see that they wanted to have a placeholder in between the movies to like keep people interested. but it's like people were still gonna be hyped for the movie,
Yeah.
anyways. Um, but yeah, that show unfortunately, like, I think it could have been really cool, but because they didn't pay the actors to do more,
To be in it, yeah.
and understandably because all of their budget is going towards this movie, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool soundtrack, but I think it fell short because Knuckles wasn't really in it that much.
And shout out to the actor who plays Wade. Do you know what
Oh,
that actor's
he's
name is?
fantastic. I don't know his name. I'm sure Silver knows. Um, but
He
he's so
did.
good.
I mean, I was gonna say he carried that show. Well, he was also the only character in it, but
Yeah.
like, he's been pretty consistently funny. He got some good laughs out of me. I like
Mm-hmm.
him. I like Wade as a character. It's popular to hate on the funny, stupid character, but I'm like, nah, he's genuinely like, I get some good laughs out of him.
Oh yeah, in the movies too. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Um, Silver says, I've seen a rumor on a page I follow that if movie 3 does well, they'll make a Shadow spin-off movie rather than a series. I
I heard.
like a
I'm
Shadow the
down for that.
Hedgehog movie. That would be cool if we get like a deeper backstory with like Maria and
They
you
could
know
do. You know what they could do is,
Adam
I
Polly.
think they would
That's
probably they probably go like Sonic 06, like Shadow's
yeah.
story in that.
Well,
Um,
also like apparently there's going to be multiple post-credit scenes in this movie.
oh really?
So it's like we're getting multiple characters next time.
Oh yeah, that's true. You were telling me about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're
they
probably gonna
like
get Rouge, probably gonna get Amy.
probably Silver because Silver has a pretty big backstory as well, right?
Yeah, we could do Blaze. Blaze is a big one because she's from an alternate universe. They have an alternate Eggman there. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool. She's basically the Sonic of her world. So I'm like, I don't know. Blaze got some things going for her, right?
yeah.
Um, I think she'd be a pretty fun character. In terms of fan hype, I think Metal Sonic will be a big one.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a weird order for the movies because, like, yeah, Metal Sonic is definitely before Shadow, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They had in Sonic Heroes, Metal Sonic ended up being the main villain, and that was
Mm.
after Adventure 2. So you could even do a Shadow movie based off like the dark story in Heroes,
Yeah.
where Shadow finds out like, oh, there's all these Shadow clones. Am I the real one? Who friggin' knows
True.
what's going on? So that's good potential there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. There's just so they see look how excited we're getting just talking about the potential. You know what I mean? There's
Mm-hmm.
so much to pull from in Sonic that it's just like honestly anything they do, I'll be happy.
Seriously, yeah. I I've always felt that way. I'm like, just give me more content, you know? Just give me more
Give me more.
games, more movies, spin-off shows, sure. Just like as long as we're expanding, the Sonic universe, I'm cool. But at the same time, it's like I do have expectations because they've had so much success and they've had so many a variety of like different types of stories and different types of voices and like they know what works and what doesn't and what fans want and what they don't want. And so at this point, it's like you really can't mess up that bad because if you do, it's like you're just not paying attention. But I
Exactly.
think they are, especially like with how this movie looks. I think they've really listened. And Jeff Fowler is genuinely like a huge fan.
Well,
Jeff
because he
Fowler
had some
also worked
involvement.
on Shadow.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Which sure that game was a flop, but people like a lot of things about it.
I mean,
Like the
yeah.
game itself is not fun to play. Like I'll admit it's not fun to play. But that being said, like the intro movie is sick. The
Hmm.
music amazing. People like Shadow.
It's iconic still. The gun.
Yeah. So the gun, he pulled out the gun,
The
which
gun.
at the time was stupid. Like I'll admit, when initially that was dumb because it's like, why does this guy need a gun?
Yeah.
It's just it seemed at the time very very try hard. Now it's something I feel we're getting excited about.
Well, it feels like it was meant to be to pay off for this moment. I feel like now looking back, them putting the gun in the game, it paid off like a good joke in a sitcom.
It did because at first it was ironic, and now people are excited to see him bust out the
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
Because first we're like, oh, this is stupid, and now it's like Shadow with a gun. He always
Mhm.
has. It was dumb, but now it's just like it's gone from just like a bad song. Like what's that song called?
Believe in Myself version 1.
No, not that one. The Gummy Bear song. What's his name?
Running, running,
Running. The
running,
Sonic
running,
3 movie song.
running out of road.
It's
You
awful,
know the
but
country song in
maybe,
the Shadow the Hedgehog movie.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has yet to grow on me, but it could. It could.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same thing with Shadow and his gun. It's just like it was stupid and now it's cool. So
Hmm.
everybody
It's
popped off
very
when he busted up
cool.
the gun. Yeah,
It's very cool. The gun,
yeah.
the bike,
The
like,
bike as well.
oh my God. The edits I've seen, girl. The edits I've
Ooh,
made.
baby.
The edit I made yesterday to that sticky song by Tyler the Creator and Sexy Red. Yeah, it's
uh,
working.
what was the song the Knuckle Show used? That was The
The
Warrior by
Warrior,
some.
that's a great song.
It's
It's,
a great song.
yeah.
What is it? The Warrior by what?
Oh, I don't remember the band, but I think they're from like the 80s.
Shoot, I have it like it.
Warrior.
It was in my top some of my top songs.
That's such a great song. That,
Oh,
yeah.
Patti Smith and Scandal.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, fantastic song.
yeah,
Um,
Patti Smith and Scandal.
yeah, like we're like 10 days away from the movie.
Yeah,
I'm
we
getting
got.
butterflies already.
I'm like not. I'll cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna throw up. Ugh.
I literally just like burped and then threw up. I'm so
Oh,
excited to
this
see
I'm more
Shadow
nervous
the
than like
Hedgehog.
when you tell your crush that you like them. You're like, all right, I gotta hype myself up.
That's how
You're
I've been
sick.
feeling.
This is how I feel about the movie.
That's how I feel. I'm like, I'm gonna be sick in the theater. I like, I've never been so excited for a movie, and I'm a huge Avatar fan.
Yeah, well, this is gonna be the movie, right?
This is like
And I
my
don't.
childhood like moment.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why I don't want to. I actually don't want to see the movie. I don't want to see it because I don't. I'm gonna feel
I'm
so empty when it's
scared.
done.
I know. I'm
I'm scared for it
scared.
to end. It's like, what happens? How do I live after that?
You're gonna have to pry me from that theater, dude. I won't be able. I'm like, run it back.
We're running, running,
Run
running.
into it. I'm definitely gonna be into that song after I see the movie. And I don't want to be, but I know I'm just gonna be holding on to anything.
Yeah,
We're probably gonna have to go back and see it again, honestly, like the next day.
I'm down. Hey,
I'm not even
you're
kidding.
here. I'm not kidding either. I will go see it with you. We'll
Mm.
see it as many times as needed.
Noodle
I
May
saw.
took I'm gonna throw up to the next level. Literally. If one thing can make me throw up, it's Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog.
um, Silver wants to know if it's a Christmas movie. It'll be the
Well,
next
technically.
movie that you say is a Christmas movie, and then anytime somebody asks you what's your favorite Christmas movie, you'd be like Shadow the Hedgehog, and then they'll be like, "All right," and you'd be like, "Well, technically,
Technically,
it's a Christmas movie because
that came out Christmas week.
yeah, but really
Yes.
no."
Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, it comes out on the 20th, so it's 5 days before Santa Claus comes.
That's
Which,
true. That's true.
this is my Santa Claus.
Hey, if we're not busy on Christmas, we're gonna go watch some Shadow.
Hey, we're gonna see it like Hanukkah. We're gonna like have the 8 nights of going to see Sonic 3.
We're gonna blow our entire trip budget, which is
Yeah.
currently zero
I'm
dollars.
gonna blow my next month's rent on just seeing Sonic 3.
Surely they'll understand.
Yeah, there's a 5 day grace period usually.
5 day grace period.
Make it
Come on
back
now.
up.
There's I think they can't evict you till like 3 months later, so it's fine.
Yeah,
You can miss a few months.
you
It's
can
not
miss
even
a
a
few
big deal.
months. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal.
It's honestly encouraged.
I know my rights.
Yeah, you'll have to kill me.
You're gonna have to kill me.
Yeah. To take me out of this
You have to,
Shadow the Hedgehog theater.
you have to drag me
I think
out.
I think the move is we go to the theater, we watch it. When the movie ends, we walk out and we go to the next theater that's playing it.
Yeah.
Even though we're seeing it pretty late. Whatever.
But
Let's do it.
also, it just sucks that like we have assigned seats now because you can't just like go to the bathroom and then go to another theater now.
I
Because
know
someone's
that's
gonna, it's gonna be the one seat that you're in that someone's like, hey, that's my seat. Like, no,
every
it's not.
time.
You're gonna have to kill me.
Oh, check the tickets.
Check
Go get it.
again.
Go
Go
get one
get
of
the
the employees.
guy. Go get him.
Go get the guy. Go get the
I
guy.
heard a
And then by the time they
story.
do that, I'm gonna be gone.
I heard a horrible story about this group of people that went to see Wicked, and um, they bought their tickets like a month in advance so that they could have their seats together. And so they're sitting in their seats before right before the movie starts, and these people come up and they're like looking at them like and then they go get an attendant. They come back. The attendant is like, "Can would you guys mind stepping into the hallway so I can talk to you?"
Yeah.
So they get up, and then the guy ushers those other people into their seats. And
Ah,
so the movie is starting, and they're talking to this guy in the theater in the hallway, just being like, "No, we bought these seats like a month ago." And he was like, "I'm really sorry, but like we actually overbooked this theater." Like, eh,
so why'd you give priority to them then? We showed up first.
yeah, and that was kind of the dilemma. Is he was like, "We like just left," but
You give them 5 free movies after that.
I don't think they did.
They didn't give them
I
nothing?
think they gave them new tickets, but it was like somebody's birthday. It's like
Oh, that's even worse.
that's like horrible both for the people that took the seats and the theater. Like
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
you like if the seats are on the ticket that they bought, they have those seats. It doesn't matter if like the system got messed up and those other
Yeah.
people were supposed to be in there because they bought them today. It's like,
Yeah.
no, sorry.
Like, get the popcorn off your lap because I'm sitting there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We're
awful. I
watching it together. You're my movie buddy now.
yeah.
And this is how it's going to go.
It just that sucks.
Fire code. I don't want to hear about fire code. Put your
Mm-mm.
fires out.
Mm-mm.
We're watching a movie together.
Noodle, my dad would have turned that theater upside down. Yeah, mine too.
Good.
There's
Good.
no way. There's no way.
Nah, I would have been like, all right, let's talk compensation. That's
I would have been like, you can go get security if you really
I'd be
want to
like, hey,
play.
you already made me miss 5 minutes of this movie. So I'm already not getting what I paid for. I was here on time.
And it's not like
Um,
going to see Grown Ups too. This is Wicked we're talking about. This is like
Wicked is a big cinematic event.
some people have been waiting for this movie their entire lives,
Yeah,
you know?
it was,
And
and it was worth the wait too. It was, oh my god, so
so
good.
worth the wait. Um, which have we talked about this? Have we talked about my Wicked TikTok on here on the podcast yet?
Uh, you've talked about it a
Wait,
lot on your regular streams.
last Monday was when I did it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
you've been popping up on TikTok a
I've
bit.
talked about it on stream, but
Yeah,
I posted this TikTok um over a week ago on last Monday because I was listening to the Wicked soundtrack and Dancing Through Life was playing, which is sung by Jonathan Bailey, who's very, very talented. And I was listening to it in the car and I was like, why does his voice sound familiar? Like I know it's Jonathan Bailey, but I was like, there's something different that's like hitting my brain. And
yeah,
then I was like, oh my God, it's Roger Craig Smith as Sonic.
yeah. The current voice actor for Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's Roger Craig Smith. And I pulled over and I pulled out my phone and I took a video of myself just like staring into the camera, just being like, and the music's playing on the TikTok. And I put a cutout of Roger Craig Smith and Sonic, and I was just like, I can't get this out of my head.
Yeah,
And it has almost 30,000 views and like over 6,000 likes.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
And I think I like broke Sonic TikTok because there's so many comments, like hundreds of comments that are like, what? Now I hear it. I can't
Yeah,
unhear it. I literally, you're so real for that. I did not ever think of this before. And now there's like
you
wicked
probably
edits
increased. You probably increased Wicked ticket sales as well. People are
or
like, I gotta watch this.
Spotify
Oh yeah, true. I guess
because
it's
there
on
were
there.
comments that were like, I've just listened to this like 5 times in a row because now I hear Sonic and like it's made it so much better for me. Like, girl, I
Hey,
know.
they actually, like, I don't like that song, so I should go back and listen to it. It's like, all right,
Just
well now Sonic.
imagine specifically Sonic Boom Sonic, if you know, It's a deeper
Yeah,
voice and it's like so good. But it literally sounds like Roger Craig Smith. And I just checked a little while ago and people are looking up, is Roger Craig Smith in Wicked?
yeah, it's become a trend. Like you're
Like I just like when I posted that I did not think anyone would give a shit because nobody has given a shit about my TikToks
yeah.
ever.
TikTok's weird like that. Like the algorithm, I don't know.
I'm also
You can be putting
wrong.
no quality. It doesn't reward quality usually.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't. Because I've tried like editing, like really editing a good. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so funny. It gets 100 views.
yeah. Every time. Every
But
time it's something I'm proud of. You know.
yeah, exactly. It's like maybe it's a very well thought out like take on like Zelda or something like that,
Yeah.
and you spend a lot of time editing it. No, no, it doesn't do well. At least for me, it
Terrible.
doesn't do well.
Terrible.
It is
I
like
know, that's why I'm,
the
I'm like working on these like really time-consuming animations, and I'm like, why am I gonna do that? Whereas like one of my most the TikTok that most recently popped off for me was the rat hole
hmm
clip, which was a very funny clip. One of my favorite clips from our streams. It was
yeah
from our birthday Wind Waker stream, your birthday Wind Waker stream, and it was just a funny little back and forth that you and I had,
hmm
and I animated it, and people really liked it. Let me tell you, how long did it take me to make that animation?
it didn't take long.
It took me like a half hour. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't that much. Like it really wasn't, and I put it together like even quicker. Like it was like such a it was a low effort thing.
Yeah.
I had started it earlier, like a couple years, like not. I'm sorry, I started it earlier in the year,
hmm
but I just doodled a little thing and I gave up. Right, I didn't really put a ton of effort into it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, and then there you were.
And then there you were. People love those little animated shorts on
They
TikTok.
do. I think I'm gonna lean into that.
You
That's gonna be
should,
like my next thing.
because you're really good,
Yeah.
and with streaming, like we have so much content to choose from. Like,
Oh yeah. It's endless.
yeah, yeah. So you should definitely lean into the animation because
Do one of
it's
our
really good.
classic bits right now. Hey,
Hey,
MaeMaeTown.
what?
Hey, what? Do you remember do you ever see that at the end of the rainbow?
To get to the other side?
Oh, because he was racist.
Because of the things he does.
You see, just classic bits and clips like
So
this,
yeah,
right?
it's just
Classic.
really
It's
classic.
just classic. It's just seamless, bouncing off each other back and forth. That just lends to comedic animation so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just bursting with oodles of improv
Oh
magic.
yeah. Like here's another one.
And then there you were.
Uh,
That that was just like I don't even know where that came from. It was
well,
just
all tired as hell.
yeah, we played Wind
We've been
Waker for
streaming
like
for
10
like,
hours.
yeah, that was like hour 8, and we're just like,
And I was in the blanket.
we're
I
out.
was wrapped up. I was
Yeah,
about to take a
you
nap.
were cozy. I
And
was
there you
out of
were.
it, so you can come down in a rat
Well,
hole too.
you could come up. What if you Hey,
Interesting.
I got an idea. What if you came up?
Where does the rat hole come in?
Oh, it's gonna be behind you. It's gonna be there. It'll just be
Interesting.
behind you.
Okay,
It'll just be you'll be up and not in it.
interesting.
Interesting. It's
Interesting.
so good. I think that's my favorite stream moment of ours.
It's got to be a top 5, easy.
Yeah,
But we got to go through some clips. We got to choose some stuff.
I
I think.
know. We do have a
Yeah,
catalog though of really
we have a
funny
catalog.
stuff.
I just got to go through it. I just got to actually like skim through it and clip some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But hey, TikTok, fix your algorithm.
I
Make us
know.
money.
I mean, it's
I
been
can't even make money. It doesn't really benefit me to pop off on TikTok, to be honest, because I'm Canadian.
yeah.
But
I think you just have to tap into like a fandom. Choose like
uh,
think of something that you're a fan of and lean into that because the more that you put out, the more that people who are a part of that fandom will see it and be like, okay, so this person like makes the content that I like.
Yeah.
you know? So just
That's why I
lean
think I
into it.
gotta, I was doing Digimon for a lot of years. I was doing
Mm-hmm.
Digimon stuff, and exclusively my content was Digimon. So it's like, do I want to do that again? Not really. And Digimon was a little bit too niche. It
Yeah.
was a little bit too niche. I love it, but it's too niche. Sonic is that perfect, like, oh, if you have a brain difference, let's say, if you're
Mm-hmm.
neurodivergent anyway, you're probably a Sonic fan.
Hell yeah. I
Hell
like,
yeah.
if anything has taught me, wait, if I've learned anything this week about my brain, it's that I am definitely not all there.
Not all there is crazy.
Not all there. Yeah, I'm not all there, but it's like it's okay
Wow.
because it's working out for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I was making that because I've made a few like Wicked related Sonic TikToks, and the one I made yesterday with the editing stuff, I was like, damn, this is really uh, like, how do I say this? This is like one of the most like neurodivergent things I've ever
Say it's
done.
the most autistic thing she's ever done.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
it's true. I was just like, damn, I'm
Fine.
really here.
I'm not. There's no way I'm not. Like I'm like just looking around my room. It's all Sonic the Hedgehog and Power Rangers, and you're gonna
Yeah.
tell me my interests they just happen to fall in line, but no, my brain's
Mm-hmm.
normal. It's not.
That's okay. Cause like honestly,
That's fine.
you know, it wasn't serving me before to not like just sort of let go and lean in to my interest. You know?
Yeah.
Like, cause now
Well, I
I
mean,
feel
here's the
like
thing.
motivated.
Both of us are fairly socially competent, I would
Hmm.
say, but I think it's interesting because we also don't necessarily mask up our interests
No.
as well. It's usually one or the other. Like you usually think about like people who hyperfixate on these interests, they can't really like speak to people, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's completely fine. But so sometimes people don't expect it from like I don't know. I guess either of us to
Yeah.
be so heavily into like one of these things. That's why I'm saying like regardless of who you are, how you are, just lean into your interests. Just lean
Yeah.
into them.
Well, I
You
mean,
know?
I know that like anyone who's been following me on Instagram and TikTok are probably like, "Whoa, what is going on?" Because like all of my content now is Sonic.
Yeah.
Everything I post is Sonic related. Usually Sonic Boom related. um
Which isn't a new thing, chat. Literally your first stream was Sonic.
yeah, from like here's the thing that I will say that I've as I leave my 20s in like less than a month, which is crazy. I'm at the very end of my 20s. And I think that like we all have common threads in our lives that usually start developing when we're children. And I truly believe that those threads like sort of tether us to what we're supposed to be doing in life.
Yeah.
And so if you think about like I've loved Sonic since I was 5, but as I entered into like preteen age, I sort of turned my back on it because where I went to school, where I grew up, it wasn't really like cool to be into Sonic and stuff like that. And for
Yeah.
me personally, like social survival was a fear or lack of was a fear that I had because
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going through trauma at the time. And so I sort of like let go of all the nerdy stuff that like made me happy as a kid. And
Yeah.
so I didn't play games, you know, I still listen to like Sonic music sometimes, but I like just kind of let go of that cuz I was like, "Oh, well, I have nobody to talk to about it." You know,
Yeah.
none of my girlfriends are into Sonic. So, I spent a lot of time away from it, and
Hmm.
a lot of my 20s I just kind of like felt around in the dark, not knowing who I was or where I was going. I was trying all kinds of different things, and all for the sake of like being what other people kind of expected me to be or wanted me to be that was like socially acceptable.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until this year that I was like, enough is enough. And I'm sick of just like not having any clear direction or purpose in life and not being like super confident about it. And so
Yeah.
literally the last month of my 20s, I'm like, okay, Sonic. And
Sonic.
since the first, the Wicked TikTok, like it was like immediate how
Yeah.
everything just kind of changed.
That's
And
true. That's
now
true.
I'm entering my 30s like, okay, here we go. Finally. Fucking finally.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I'm going. I'm going to be a voice actress. Like, we're doing it. And it's
Because
all
this
because
is,
I'm
yeah.
coming back. So,
Yeah, you're coming back to like, because when I first found you, it was three things that I took away from your bio. Because I mean, that's initially like I found your stream,
mhm.
rated it, and I was like, oh, you seem super cool. Like I scrolled down, you're like, oh, video game music enthusiast. I'm like, okay, I love video game music.
Yeah.
I freaking love it. You're like voice actor. I'm like, awesome. You already have an incredible voice, so I'm like, I'm down for this. And then I found your Instagram because I was doing a little stalking. Of course, I got to do a little stalking. And then I did you throw up again?
No. I just love the timing. You have a great voice. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, I went to your Instagram and I found Neo Stalkers. That's correct. And then I found your stream announcement for Sonic
Frontiers.
Frontiers, and I thought it was the funniest thing. And I shared it to a bunch of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "This girl's so friggin' funny." And I was like, "So Sonic fan, voice actor, and likes game music." I was like, "You're immediately so cool to me."
Oh,
And now you're leaning more into that. And it's just like, good. This is like,
yeah.
I don't know. This is what you like, and I think that's really cool that you're not really being shy about it. There's an old, like, it was like a web comic. I forget. It was by Zombie something. She used to make a bunch of comics, and there was this old web comic she did about liking Pokemon as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like obsessed with like, oh yeah. It shows like her and a group of friends playing games. They're all loving it, and then it shows liking Pokemon in high school, and it's like, ew, you like Pokemon? That's so gay because that was what you said at the time,
Yeah.
right? And then it's like in Pokemon in college, it's like, yeah, let's go. And it's the same as like when you were a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a little period there, and I think that's a similar experience to what you had. This is a similar
Yeah.
experience of what everybody has. Oh, sorry, not everybody. A lot of people have where it's just like in high school, there's this idea of, hey, we're adults now, even though you're not.
Yeah. It's
We're
true.
adults now. We're too big for that stuff. We only play Call of Duty Shoot 'em Man, right? Awkward zombie.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
god,
Thank you,
this
Token
shit,
Duelist.
man.
Yeah, I don't like Call of Duty Shoot 'em Man. You know the comic I'm talking about. Yeah, it's by Awkward Zombie. Um, her art's awesome. She's been making
Mm-hmm.
web comics for a while, and they were like some of the funniest ones. But that one kind of stuck out to me because I'm like, this is an experience that a lot of people have, and it kind of had a good message of just like, just like what you
Just
like.
do
Like
it.
I'm very shameless in what I like. Like if I break my barrier for a second, you see all my cinema rolls, right?
Whoa. I just
Like
feel
you
like
see
we
all
went
my
through a
cinema.
wormhole.
Whoa! Like cinema roll is a very typically like very feminine thing. Maybe for I don't know who it is, but like that's another thing I've latched
Mm-hmm.
onto. I like cinema roll. It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know. Who cares? Like who cares? It makes you happy, right?
Literally, I mean, nothing, not to be drab, but nothing matters. Like,
That too.
nothing matters in the sense of like, it doesn't matter what people think about you and the things that you like. If you have a big old smile on your face and butterflies in your stomach because something like makes you happy, that's
Yeah.
literally what life is all about. And that's all that's going to
Yeah.
matter at the end of it. Not to be super
Uh,
bleak.
no, yeah, it's kind of true, but it's also kind of hopeful as well. There's this little commercial. I think I might have talked about this on stream. I might have talked about this on stream, but I'm going to talk about it again. There's this old commercial that was on TV. It was for, I think it was for maybe a beer, but it was the message was about confidence, right? And, yeah, I
Where
don't
you
drink.
have
I
a
don't know what.
Miller Genuine Draft.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was this guy brought a girl over to his apartment for the first time,
Uh-huh.
and she's looking at his shelf, and she finds this this DVD that says Bikini Babes from Space. So she's like, Bikini Babes from Space. He's like, yeah, it's a DVD. I keep it with my DVDs. Like he was just like so confidently into the weird thing that he liked
Yeah.
that she didn't even care anymore. And it's like it's a stupid, funny commercial, which I actually really like. The commercial was very funny, but I'm
Yeah.
like, it's also kind of good message as well. Just confidently like what you like. You know what I mean?
You're like,
Then
yeah,
then
that's my
people,
Son Amy fan fiction on the shelf. Like, what are you?
oh yeah,
Are you blind?
I wrote that.
I
Yeah,
wrote that. Yeah, I wrote it
check it out. Yeah, check it out. It's actually really cool.
yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm
I wrote a new
35.
one today. Yeah.
I write one every day. It's my little writing challenge to myself.
um, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just confidently like what you like, and then that'll usually lead to you finding like-minded people. Like I found you. I'm very thankful
Mm-hmm.
for that. I feel like we have a lot of similar interests. Same with most of the chat here as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm not around judgmental people, and even when I am, like I like my stuff so confidently and without any shame that it doesn't end up becoming a point of bullying anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you guys don't know how cool Shadow the Hedgehog is? Are you actually so serious
Like,
right now?
get out of here. Honestly,
Let
like,
me
I
break
don't
it down to
even. Let me break it down for you.
you.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you why Shadow the Hedgehog is really, really cool.
Let me tell you why he's super hot.
Let
All
me tell you
right.
why
Let me
this is the hottest thing alive.
Yeah. I think that's what his title is, right? The
Fastest
hottest
thing
thing alive.
alive. More like hottest thing alive. Yeah, I love him.
I love
I
him.
love. There's a person on TikTok that found my TikToks, and their account name is Christmas Shadow, and they've been commenting on all my TikToks, and they'll be like, Christmas Shadow approves. And I always reply and I say, thank you, Christmas Shadow. I love you. And they like
I
it.
love you.
It's my new bit with them.
That's cute.
I don't even know what they look like. I mean, it's Shadow, so
That,
yeah, it looks like
that's
Shadow.
cute. That's cute.
It's cute, but
I was
that's what I'm
telling you this
saying.
earlier. I was playing Marvel Rivals, which has been the new hot game lately. A lot of people, I got my teammates in chat actually. Everybody's been into this, but you'll team up with like anywhere between five, like 2 to 5 random people, right? Depending on how big your team is. And I always like to tell the chat, thank you, hey, I
I
love
love
you. I
you.
always type it in the group chat, the team chat. Hey, great team comp, good team composition. I love you guys. And
Oh,
one guy was like, I love you more.
oh, that's so sweet. I love
Until I don't get
that.
any kills, then it suddenly turns around. But
Yeah.
besides that, it's great. It's usually a good experience.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I just think it's so special being a part of a fandom, no matter what it is, because, like, it's just a strong sense of community and, like, especially with Sonic, too. Like, I've gotten, at this point, like, probably thousands of comments from Sonic fans just being like, oh my god, I love this too. Yes, go off. And it's just, like, the best feeling in the world, and it's for me, like, honestly, it's happening every second that we're
Yeah,
talking. I'm getting a notification from
that's
somebody,
crazy.
and like,
Maybe you'll have oh, by the way, everybody in the chat or Spotify listeners or YouTube watchers, go follow MaeMaeTown on TikTok. We're
please.
so close to 1,000. We need 1,000 to be live on there,
Yeah.
and we every follow counts. We're getting up there, but it's still a slow trickle for follows.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to go follow, please,
I'm at
please. We're so close.
almost 800 followers, so I'm about 200 followers away, and I really want to do like live so that I can expand, obviously, the platform and do more like Sonic related streams on there, because I know once I can go live, I know, like, we're off to the races.
Oh yeah, that'd be so
So
fun. Yeah,
that's my goal. That's my main goal right now. I think I can probably accomplish that in the next month.
I think so too. I think by the end of the year, I think you can probably hit 1,000.
Yeah, because with the movie coming out, like, I want to do, some TikToks around that as well. But
Yeah,
I'm also 12 away to 500 on Twitch. That's a milestone. That's
that's
crazy.
a huge milestone. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah, so
JT.
follow up everywhere. Follow up
Thank
everywhere.
you for linking that.
Yeah, go give a follow. Yeah, we need more follows.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's whatever because like if people don't want to follow, like I can't blame them for that. But if people are able to follow, like that's it would help me a lot. It's really cool.
You're very nice. If you're liking the content, just follow. Like,
Yeah,
there's gonna,
I
there's
get
gonna
it
be
though.
more, so just do
I get it though
it.
because there are people, content creators that I've liked a few of their videos, but I haven't followed them. Um,
Yeah, but you can
I don't
just
know
scroll through
why.
their videos if they're all similar content, then just do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I'm similar in my TikTok where um I get notifications every single second for this stupid My Little Pony TikTok I made, which is not a fandom I'm a part of. Nothing wrong with it. I like the character designs, but I'm not a
Yeah.
part of the fandom. But I made a My Little Pony TikTok just
My
of me
little
finding
pony,
this
my
bootleg My Little
little
Pony toy.
pony.
Right, I found a toy and it looks very sad, and I posted this on TikTok and it has like 300,000 views and 50, 60, 75,000 likes. Um,
It's crazy.
none of which have resulted in follows.
Mm-hmm.
So oh well.
Another my best. I don't know if it's my top viewed TikTok. I think the one with Tulin is at like 58,000 views. But my second most viewed TikTok is not the Wicked one. Weirdly enough,
Oh.
it's a Sonic Boom TikTok that I'm lip syncing to, and it's like literally 10 seconds long, and it's the one where she's like, "So you really don't remember anything? Not even those twins?" And Sonic's like, I remember the twins, all right." And he's like, "Oh, I mean, it has like I'm sure it has like over 40,000 views right now."
Yeah.
And I just posted that like 2 days ago.
I know that one's popping off. That one's popping off. That's probably where the follows are coming from.
Yeah, for sure.
You've been pretty consistent too, posting every single day.
Like twice a day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which I did hear
I,
from other TikTokers, like if you want to see success, like you have to post 2 to 3 times a day, which sounds crazy, but like it can be anything. It can be a lip syncing like 10-second long thing. It can be like, a clip from stream. I posted a clip
yeah,
from stream from last night that's doing really well too. Um, so yeah, it's just, but it's all because of Sonic. I mean, it's just such a great fandom, and it's amazing,
thank you
honestly.
for
Like,
saving us, Sonic.
no, Sonic literally like was everything to me when I was a kid, and it's everything to me now.
Yeah, I've been like so. It's weird because I've been so like ingrained in everything Sonic,
Mm-hmm.
everywhere in my life, in all aspects of my life, in my art. Like you go to my Instagram, it's all Sonic art.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's I'm obsessed with Sonic, but I've integrated in most parts of my life, except for stream. I don't do a lot of Sonic content on stream,
Yeah.
which I don't know why. I don't have like a specific reason for it, but I do love Sonic very much. The comics are incredible. I kind of like I don't know. I want to do something with the comics.
Yeah. Well, you told me I should read them on
I think you
stream.
should read them. I actually think you should read them on stream. I think that'd be really really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'd be. Does anybody want to watch that?
Me
Go
read
through
the
all the comics.
comics with voices
Yeah,
with fandub.
voices.
Token says, "Keep it blue, keep it speedy, and always remember that another chili dog won't hurt your waistline." Hell yeah,
Hey,
brother.
that's not true for me, but
It'll be easy.
I'd be eating 5 chili dogs a week, maybe more. I don't know.
Talk about talk about gas prices going up.
It'll introduce you to so many characters I think you'll like. I think so
Mm-hmm.
too. I think
Mm-hmm.
so too. A lot of my favorite characters, moments, and even artists have come from even writers. Ian Flynn, like now
Yeah.
Ian Flynn is such a key part of Sonic, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
he's writing for the games. Who knows? Maybe he had a hand in the movie. I don't know,
I
but
think maybe probably as like
maybe
a consult.
yeah, or something like that. And he just started off as a humble writer, a replacement writer at that, because they had legal issues with their first writer,
Yeah.
Ken Penders. So, and then he really came through, and now he's like a major name.
Didn't he work at GameStop and you talked to him on the phone?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
met because he worked at GameStop. At that point, he was already the main writer of Sonic the Hedgehog, like the comics. But
Really?
Archie was on, yeah, it was in a weird area. I think he was looking for a side thing because that was around the time when the Sonic Archie comics were kind of ending. So I think he
Mm.
already knew they were ending.
Mm-hmm.
Then IDW picked up and they also hired him as the main writer, which was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he had already worked. That's how I knew who he was. Like somebody told me, like, oh yeah, the writer of the Sonic comics works at the GameStop down the street, and I'm like,
What?
oh okay. And yeah, I don't know, it was awesome. Like he lives fairly local to me,
Mm-hmm.
but
Guys,
yeah, that
keep
was
going.
interesting.
Keep
Keep going.
going. You never know when you're gonna become like a main story person for Sonic the
Yeah,
Hedgehog. Like you could be working at GameStop and then I mean obviously he did stuff before that, but you could I mean Ian Flynn is like a legend.
yeah, he's a legend, and I bring it up every time, like a pathetic nerd. Every time I see him, I'm like, hey, do you
Remember when you
remember?
I would too.
He doesn't. He wouldn't remember me, but he remembers the situation, which kind of flags who I am.
Yeah.
And also on his website for his like original comic, my art is featured on that as well,
That's
which is
crazy.
kind of cool. So I'm trying to get in with Ian.
Of course.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's my
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah, totally.
Even though I'm not a writer, so I don't know why.
No, but you're an artist.
Yeah, Ian. Let me do. What's the art hookups, Ian? What are you saying about that?
A connection's a connection. You never know who somebody knows.
Yeah, exactly. And he knows like all the classic Sonic artists, and they're all
Yeah.
like my biggest inspirations.
We were
So,
um we were watching a bunch of fan made Sonic animated videos last night on my stream.
mm,
And a lot of them most of them have like fan dub, like voice actors. And I was like, man, I really want to do stuff like that. And you told me that I should start a Fiverr account.
yeah, yeah, that's where all the like the smaller voice actors are.
Yeah,
I
I
think
guess I
like a
need
lot
to
of
do
people will
that.
find like smaller indie voice actors for like fan animations or even
Mm-hmm.
like indie games as well. They're looking for like because like obviously a lot of indie developers don't have the budget to like
The bedroom.
they don't have the bedroom they don't have the budget
They
to
don't have the bedroom to
hire
support their their projects.
to support their dad.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would do
that's
that
probably
for
that's probably also true. Have you seen? I think I showed you the Stardew Valley creator. I forget what his name is. Have you seen
Concerned Ape.
his setup? Concerned
Oh
Ape.
yeah, it's like
I've
one little monitor in a in a room, right?
on like a box. Yeah, I think he has a proper setup now. But like when he made Stardew, he didn't even have like a proper desk.
With Peace and Love, he is insane. He made a
Yeah,
game and a soundtrack.
exactly. Yeah, he did everything. It's the same with Toby Fox for Undertale as well. He did everything himself.
That's
Like
crazy.
these guys started from nothing. So
It's crazy that people that talented can exist on this planet.
yeah,
They make like the best game of all time and a soundtrack to go with it.
yeah.
That's
I was
crazy.
actually looking at Fiverr people because, like I said, you go on Fiverr if you're an indie developer or indie creator of something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was even looking on them for when I first started streaming for maybe like a stream little intro song, or like a YouTube intro song
Oh
as
yeah.
well because they have like people will be like getting started there. It's a good place to get started, I think.
Mm-hmm. I would
Good
do
place to get
those.
your name out there.
I would do those YouTube videos for free though, the Sonic ones. I just want to be a part of it.
I mean, if they're willing to pay you, then
I mean, yeah, I'll take the money, but like,
yeah,
I really just I want to see my name on that. I want to see my name in lights on YouTube.
of course,
But those videos have like 3 million views on them. I'm like, yeah, I want to be a part of that.
of course, yeah, because then you can really get started.
I just love Sonic so much. Like I would give anything to just be a part of like a group of people doing something like a animated.
Well, look at no, he's not a small YouTuber, but he did start off by making fan songs. I'm not a huge fan of him, but Nate Wants to Battle,
Oh, I
right?
love Nate Wants to Battle.
Um,
I love him.
he started making fan content,
Yeah.
um,
I saw him
and
in
now
concert.
oh, did you?
He's a fantastic singer.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he's in Sonic Frontiers now. Like he did one of the ending themes for it.
Ah. He was in the Sonic
So it's
Symphony.
he's in the Sonic Symphony as well. Like I don't know, people you can make fan content and just pop off like that.
That was the also yeah, that was the first time that I was like oh, Sonic is having like a rebrand, like not a rebrand, but like a resurgence of like they're including fan made stuff in like their official work, you know? Because like
Yeah.
Nate Wants to Battle is, has made a lot of like fan songs, which are completely professionally produced, every single one of them. He has his own label,
Yeah.
and he made a full Sonic album that is fantastic. His voice is perfect for Sonic music. And so in the Sonic Symphony, the one that they recorded and they live streamed like 4 years ago, he did like two songs. He did Endless Possibility and Escape from the City. And I remember
Yeah.
watching that in my bed the morning it came out, and I started crying because I was like, oh my God, like this is huge.
Yeah.
He just made this fan album and now he's actually singing for Sonic. And then he was
Yeah,
in
it's huge.
Frontiers. I'm like, that's so cool. So
So let's get you on
lit.
Fiverr.
Let's get on Fiverr, guys. Why don't we
If
have a
anyone's
stream where we
looking
make a
for
Fiverr
some,
account?
let's do it right after this one.
It'll be like, you need to pay $30 a month for a membership. But
Okay.
that's how am I supposed to make the money if I have to pay the monthly membership? How does
Come
that?
on,
That's how I
you're
feel about
killing me.
doing Rover, like the dog sitting. You have to pay
Yeah.
like a $45 background check. I'm like,
Oh, that's
the point
crazy.
is that I'm trying to make money,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're
I think
taking
with
it.
Fiverr, you can do the same thing as like don't say Kijiji, like Facebook listings where you can like promote your post. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can do that where you can like promote it to be advertised first, but besides that,
Mm. I just need to make
it's free.
more like I need to make like demos, quote unquote, like compilations of every time I've done a character from Sonic.
Yeah,
So
you could do that.
yeah.
We'll do that on stream.
Okay. What, like edit it?
I'm yeah. Well, yeah. You can even record it. You can be like,
True.
hey, I'm Neodoodlez. I can voice Victor.
I'm auditioning
Hey guys, I'm Victor.
for child number 4.
Meow.
Meow.
This is my next character. Uh,
Um,
I play Roger from American Dad.
I play I play Roger from Roger Craig Smith. Last night on my stream, I said it was kind of crazy. If you missed it, I'm so sorry, but the VOD is there. I said she Roger on my Craig to Les Smith, and I was like, you can send that straight to Roger,
You can, yeah.
because I was like, I think he'll think that's funny. Honestly,
That's comedy. That's peak
that's
comedy.
pure comedy.
Make a highlight reel of your voice acting. I think it's time.
Yeah,
I think you
I
gotta
am
do it.
overdue for a new Twitch trailer, so I'm probably gonna do a new trailer and a voice acting. It won't be like a real demo, but it'll be like every time I've gone into like a voice.
I think that'd be fun stream content as well to like go through your VODs and find good clips to
Yeah,
do that. A lot of
that's
people
true.
do editing streams where they'll just edit big things,
Oh,
but live
I
stream
didn't
it.
realize that.
Yeah, I've watched a few.
I know that there's been like composing streams, so I didn't know people did editing.
Yeah, yeah. I know it's kind of interesting because a lot of people like don't know how to do it, or some people will know like editing shortcuts and they can pop them in the chat too. It'll make it a little easier.
True, that's true. I didn't think
So
about that.
yeah, yeah. I've watched it. I think I've watched Cinna. He's edited videos. I think even May9K has edited videos on stream
Hmm.
before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun process to watch.
Well, maybe I'll do that.
Oh, Token in the chat says I think Neo should pursue voice acting because Mario is immaculate. Ooh, you want to hear my Mario?
Yeah, do a little Mario for
I
us.
have a Mario. When I show up, Charles Martinet doesn't have a Mario. Okay. Here's my Mario. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey. Mushrooms are weird, right? Mushrooms are kind of weird, right? So when you get the mushrooms and the turtles going around town, you got a bit of a weird situation going on, and that's where I come in. My name's Mario. I got a little hat, and I think we're gonna have a good time. I think we're gonna have a good time today. What do you think about that?
Is this thing on?
Hello?
What's the deal with airline food?
What's the
Better than Chris Pratt. Honestly,
Hey, that's actually
not
true.
even a joke. That's true.
Koopas.
Goompa Loompas. Gazoompa.
Charles who? I don't know who that is. They should
Charles.
have got me. They got Kevin Afghan, I think, is the voice for Mario now. He's doing a good job, but I'm
Yeah,
doing a better one.
you are.
Thank you. I needed that boost.
Yeah,
Oh, isn't that interesting? It's always been about Mario versus Sonic, and now here we are. You're the Sonic voice actor, and I'm the Mario voice
that's
actor.
crazy.
Isn't that kind of
Look
crazy?
how far we've come.
Yippee!
Yippee. I love $100 photos.
I love spending $150 at the
Baby, I
Charles booth.
love $100 photos.
So send me to the Charles booth, baby, because I got
Send me to the
$100.
fart booth.
The farty Luigi fart booth.
Let me get some of that crop dust. $100, please. Someone farted in the line to meet Charles Martinet. That's what we're referencing.
That's what we're referencing.
It's
Yeah, it was a
really
Luigi
bad.
cosplayer. Yeah, it was really terrible. And that one wasn't me.
No.
No.
At least I don't think so. Now I know that you lied to me, so I don't really know.
I had consideration. I was outside the car.
I tried to mask it. I tried to hide it. It
I
didn't
didn't
work.
do it at a public space at a convention.
You were being mindful. You were being very
I was
demure
being...
about your fart.
Yeah, exactly. Except for when I threw Michael under the bus, which I would do again.
Yeah, and I'd do it again.
Yeah. I would do it again. I would do it so fast it wouldn't even be a problem. Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it, bro.
Everybody's so worried.
But no, I'm gonna make a hell of an effort to get my voice out there, and because I have so much content of doing voices, and like I just want to collaborate with people, and you know, so
Hey, everyone here supports you. You got a
thank you.
good boost, a good start to the community. And you got it. I don't know, you have the talent, so
Thank you.
time to do it. Let's set up that
Time
Fiverr,
to
maybe.
die.
All right, Nevis. Yeah, keep doing your Sonic stuff so people can know your name, and then also put your name on Fiverr to be like, oh, it's MaeMaeTown from Instagram, from the famous Instagram reels.
I'm also getting so many likes on my Instagram reels. I don't think I've ever gotten that many. Besides, the last time I got a ton of engagement on my reels was a Sonic clip.
Yeah.
It all comes back to Sonic, honestly. So,
and your Sonic playthroughs are peak. I have so many Sonic clips from you.
Oh, my rage, the rage that I get is pretty iconic.
I know you don't like it, but I love it.
Well, I mean, no, I like it. It's just the games are infuriating.
They're infuriating, but the content is so funny.
It's so good, yeah. But it's in the moment, it's like, wow, I'm going to throw my monitor out the window. The Joker May, yeah, well, Joker May. That's like
you used to play off the OBS feed, which was giving you a very distinct handicap because there's a huge delay on everything, and you were just like, this is normal. This is fine. And then as soon as you you were playing with the Joy-Cons. So you were double nerfed. You had the Joy-Cons going they were disconnecting, and then you were playing off of OBS delay. So like everything was against you. You didn't stand a chance. And you still got to the end of the game, so like good for you.
Yeah, I did have a rough time with Frontiers. It was my Joy-Cons like started to break.
And you're playing the Switch version of the game, which was like the worst performance wise. So it's a triple Emmy. It's no surprise you didn't like the game that much.
Yeah, I like whenever I get like rage in a game, it's like a combination of laughing, crying, and just like completely losing my mind. And we call it Joker May. That's what we call it.
Yeah, it's that's where like a lot of the peak content comes from.
Yeah, my favorite moment was with the bird thing in Sonic Frontiers that you have to like fly on to get to the other side of the island or whatever.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah.
I could not fly that bird.
That thing was a nightmare.
Yeah, I got so mad, but it was like funny. I was like laughing and angry at the same time.
Like when you were doing impressions.
Of
That's always my favorite. Every time you do impressions when you were doing Ronald McDonald.
yeah.
Hey
Hey
kids.
kids, it's me, Ronald, and then I fell and I was like, fuck. No.
No. Um your Omo Chow always takes me out.
Yeah. Jumping
Jumpy
dash.
day.
Did you have such a good time? Oh, you want to jump and dash?
Ooh.
Ooh. Shut up, Omochao.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 is rough. It's rough.
It is not fun
I
to
love it
play. I don't know how Brent Zone does it. That guy be playing that game every single day.
every day.
Big respect to that guy. Shout out to Brent Zone on Twitch.
Yeah.
Number one Sonic Adventure randomizer streamer.
Yeah.
Um, I cannot stand that game.
It's just, well, like, it can make you sick a lot of the times, and it is, like, kind of frustrating to control at
Yeah,
times as well.
definitely.
But I'm sure you can make modifications to it that make it easier to play.
Yeah, what I want to do, here's my plan, right? I'm gonna put in a level skip code, and then every time a level comes up, I gotta hit skip,
Skip.
and then I'm just gonna play through it that way.
Just
That's my
skip to the
goal.
end.
Yeah, I guess I could just watch a cutscene compilation on YouTube.
True.
That's how I want to enjoy that game. I want the story, I want the music, I don't want the game. Somebody play the
Well,
game for me.
you could
Who
just
in chat wants to play the game for me?
you could just watch a compilation of the cutscenes on YouTube and not play the game at all.
Yeah, I might just watch you play it.
Okay.
I think that's probably easier for me.
Yeah, because the story is like so iconic as we're, about to see in movie format, which is insane.
It's insane.
I can't believe it, and it's almost here.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know, like, I get what you mean when you say, like, it's going to be hard to leave the theater because it's like, it's over. It's not
It's over.
over. It's not over, but it's like, Shadow is the most iconic.
Yeah, well, I kind of have the same feeling. It's like, okay, the most hype I get is when Super Smash Brothers games are coming out,
Mm.
right? It's like every character reveal that they have is the most hype thing. What's going to be the new announcement of the day? They'll always make these micro announcements
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes big announcements up to the race of the game, right? And then the game comes out, but at least I can still play the game, and there's new ways to experience it. Like
Yeah.
I'll pick up a new character, I'll get good at that character, and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe they'll announce DLC characters, and the hype keeps going.
Yeah.
But with the movie, it's like I'm excited to see the movie, and then after the movie comes out, it's like, well, no more theorizing, no more wondering. We've
Mm-hmm.
seen it, and now it's done.
Well, I just got butterflies thinking about them having a Sane me moment in the movie.
You think that'll happen in this movie?
I don't I don't know if it'll happen this movie. I'm saying 50-50 that she will appear halfway through this movie or she'll be in the
Yeah,
post-credit scene because she is a part of this story, like in the game, and it would be, I understand if they don't put it in this movie because they want to keep building hype, but it would also make sense for her to just show up, like,
yeah.
when she's
I
needed.
think they're omitting certain details, and I feel like Amy's kind of a big one,
Yeah.
just to like get the big reveals during the movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
I think they're saving something big for when the movie comes out.
there's gonna be something big. I mean, I feel like the actors are kind of like giving it away a little bit, just being like, "Oh, you guys aren't gonna believe this shit." And I follow Lee, who plays Agent Stone, on Twitter, and he's just been like, "This is gonna be so amazing." And it's like I trust him because he's not like an A-list actor. Like he's obviously iconic to me, but I don't know. There's something about like a supporting actor that's like, this is gonna be so good that I'm like, okay,
They're
I'm
more like
trusting
real
you.
people, you know?
Yeah, yeah. He seems really chill, and
Yeah.
I don't know. And like I've seen, like I've talked about before, there are shots from the trailer where it's like there's clearly space for a fourth character.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's gonna be
That would be
I'm
so
hoping Amy.
crazy. Like, and it's like the fact that if she is in the movie, it hasn't been leaked who's voicing her. I hope they get like one of the like Cindy or like one of the original who's voicing the Sonic Boom, Amy? Is it Cindy?
Someone in the chat's gonna say, I think so.
I know Cindy is one of them, but is she the most recent one?
Chat, give me who is it?
It's Cindy or I think it's Cindy.
I'm terrible. I don't. I only ever remember Sonic and Tails voice actors and like Eggman, but I can never remember like Knuckles and all of the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
my bad, chat. My bad.
I think there's like a 50-50 chance that she is going to show up in this movie.
Honestly, I think they could do it. They'll probably just bring
Lisa?
uh Lisa Ortiz. Is
What
that who it
is
is?
that the most recent one? I feel like Lisa was maybe it is Lisa. Oh,
It
hiccups.
might be. But yeah, they might just grab her like they did with Colleen for Tails. They're like,
I
okay, let's
hope
just have you in the
so.
post credit. We don't need to cast anyone big, which is rude, but we don't even have to cast anybody big. Let's just get the game voice actor. And then they're like, you know what? Hey, that was well received. Let's
Watch,
just bring her into the full movie.
watch it be Ariana Grande. She's like, "Surprise bitches."
She could do a good Amy,
She
probably.
could. We have fan casted her on my TikTok page
Oh, you
for
tic tac.
Wicked. Yeah. She's our Amy fan cast. She's my
That's a
Amy
good
fan cast.
one.
I mean, she is,
Who's
yeah.
mine? Mine's Iron Mouse.
Iron Mouse for Amy Rose, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's my dream.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying
I
to
think she
think
would do
of
it.
like a B or A list actress that would suit her. Um I don't know. I feel like it would be someone who it's like their first movie or something. You know.
Yeah, Iron Mouse.
Yeah, Iron Mouse.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
it's
think Iron
perfect
Mouse makes more money from streaming than she would from this
from a
movie.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
which is crazy, but it's
yeah.
true.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they'll probably will get one of her voice actresses because yeah, like they got Colleen, so why wouldn't they? Cuz like
Oh,
most people.
Sonic Prime was Cindy, right?
Right. Okay, I thought it was. Oh, wait, no. What? Sonic Prime was not Cindy. Sonic Prime was Shannon.
Shannon what?
Shannon, I follow her. She lives in Canada. Shannon, she's like a yoga instructor.
Oh.
Yeah. Her name's Shannon though.
Hmm.
Cindy was one of the original voice actresses like from I think Cindy was Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, all the Prime voice actors live in Canada.
Yeah. Those are all completely
It was like a
separate.
legal thing.
Yeah, those are all
Yeah.
completely separate from original
They
voice
could have got
actors.
the original if it wasn't for like the legal issues.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. It was nice hearing like a fresh take on all the characters.
Yeah. But the Sonic Prime cast is like some of my favorite performances.
Oh, they did really well.
So good. The
Even I was surprised because it's hard to pull off. Here's the thing: people don't like Mike Pollock as Eggman. Well, they like his performance.
mm-hmm.
I like his voice too. It's very iconic, and he does such a distinct voice. Um, People don't like Mike Pollock. He's kind of a problem. He kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's kind of not fun for the fans either. People ask him like, "Hey, do you think uh, Eggman could do this, this, and this?" And he's like, "I don't know. I don't play the games."
Okay.
He's like so not fun about it. Like he sucks. But and I think he has some bad views about certain things as well.
Oh good.
I don't know the exact source on that, but yeah, in general, Mike Pollock kind of sucks. But his performance of Eggman is like undeniably very, very good, and also like his voice is very hard to replicate.
Yeah.
But the Sonic Prime guy, I don't know what his name is, but he did a very, very good Eggman.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't trying to do it, Mike Pollock. It kind of sounded more like whoever it was from Adventure and Adventure Two, who I think died.
Oh
Maybe,
really?
maybe I might be making stuff up. Let me look this
He's
up.
like alive and well in Turks and Caicos.
Eggman voice act.
He's the president of Mexico.
um. Okay, yeah, he is not alive anymore.
Okay. Then he's not the
Um,
president.
No, he's not the president. He provided the English voice of Dr. Eggman from 1999 to 2004. So he did Adventure 1 and 2.
Damn.
Um,
Rest in peace.
that's right. Jim Cummings, he did. That's right. He did it in the Adventure. Sorry,
Jim
Adventures of
Cummings?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, yeah. He voiced Robotnik in
Whoa.
Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. No, in Sonic Sat AM, the one that people that has like Sally in it and stuff.
They got Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah. He voiced Robotnik. That was a very good one too. He did a
Yeah.
very good job.
Jim Cummings is so
Um,
talented.
oh yeah,
His range is crazy.
he did more of his Pete, more of his Pete voice.
From Goofy Movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love Pete.
He did more of that for Robotnik, and it's like you can kind of
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
that.
I can hear it now. God, I love the Goofy Movie.
But who did Sonic Prime? I
I
love
might
Goofy
be so
Movie as
bold.
well. Wait, that's not
Hey
true.
guys, I'm Jason Marsden. I saw a video like yesterday of a voice actor doing exactly what we were talking about last episode.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Robert, whatever, and I voice Megatron and Jimmy Bob. What did I call him last week? It was
Oh no,
Jonathan Binkabong.
Pinkabong, Jonathan Pinkabong.
I'm Jonathan Binkabong, and I voice
I voice
Max Goof.
Iron Mouse on Twitter.
I voice Iron Mouse on Twitch
And Cinema Roll.
and Cinema Roll. It's so true though. They do that.
They do that. That's like a hobby.
Like
Who
I said,
voiced- okay, wait.
it's get the bag. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying they do it.
Brian Drummond voices Dr. Eggman in the TV series.
Brian Drummond. You mean Ryan Drummond?
No, Ryan Drummond did Sonic
I know.
in Adventure, but Brian Drummond did
What?
Eggman.
A brother? A brother?
I think they're unrelated.
Are you serious?
Oh, but Brian Drummond did do Vegeta. That's right. He did do Vegeta in Dragon
I've
Ball Z.
never said
That's
this
pretty
before,
cool.
but that's a crazy name for them to choose.
Brian Drummond or Ryan Drummond?
No, Vegeta
Vegeta?
for a kids show.
It wasn't a kid show.
I mean, it wasn't a kids show, but it was the kids show.
I mean, like the first episode of Dragon Ball, Goku has his full penis out, so. I'm not kidding. The what? Like what? Well, they're
What?
supposed to be. It's supposed to be short for vegetable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, but he had his whole penis out on TV?
Goku, yeah. Goku did.
Why?
It was uncensored on Canadian
yeah,
TV.
they did not show his penis over here. Hello? You guys are crazy.
Yeah, it was full dingle. Well, basically, okay. So the way a lot of people who aren't like necessarily Dragon Ball fans, they picture Goku as like this adult man. Dragon Ball starts from when Goku's a kid, and he's just like peeing in a river because he's like this wild boy. So it shows him doing all his daily stuff, and one of those is peeing in a river, and he's got full dingle out.
Okay.
he's got his dingle out.
He's got his dingle out, but he's peeing.
He's peeing, and then also a lot of times he's just running around naked because he's supposed to be like this wild jungle boy.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Is it Americans?
It was a different...
Did they show his penis? I feel like this is a Mandela
in the
effect.
manga. I think they did. No, I think in the manga they definitely did.
I feel like I would have heard about this.
You guys had a different. When's the newest Dragon Ball series?
The FCC would not allow that for children.
No. Times are different now, and that's probably for the best.
Like even like when we were kids, I mean, cartoons, even adult cartoons, like you could not really show that like on TV.
There was a lot of nips.
nips.
that you would see.
Yeah. I think it depended on the network.
It depended. I guess Canadian TV was a little bit more lenient.
The
'Cause
panty raid episode of SpongeBob was wild. The panty raid.
we had Spicy City. Don't talk about Spicy City
What's
Token.
that,
Not a
like Girls Gone
Teletoon.
Wild?
No, it was a cartoon series. It was like it was actually kind of interesting. They had like it was like a sci-fi show, but was like some mature themes to it, and it
Oh.
was short little stories, short little sci-fi stories.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually kind of a cool show. The art style was interesting, but it did have a lot of nudity as well,
Mm.
which is why as a 10-year-old boy I was watching it. But looking back on it, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
crazy.
I
But
didn't
yeah,
know.
nobody should remember that except for Token and maybe Jedi. I don't know.
I never knew that about Dragon Ball. I guess that's why it's called Dragon Ball.
That's why it's called.
Zzz.
Hey, little known fact.
Dragon Ball Z. I love, speaking of Vegeta, I love the
Vegeta.
Vegeta. Speaking of
Yeah,
Vegeta, I
yeah.
love the Star Bomb song about Vegeta and
Okay.
Boma. Boma,
Well,
sweet
yeah.
Boma, I adore your gentle touch.
We gotta watch some Dragon Ball.
Do we?
We can skip the first one.
No,
Z doesn't have anything like
no,
that.
we're gonna watch it.
I'm fine with that. Dragon Ball is good consistently
We're gonna
throughout,
watch
so
the first episode.
we'll
I
watch
gotta
the
see this
first
for
episode.
myself.
Of course. How do I see it so I know how to avoid it?
What?
How do I? Can you guys show me where the spicy city
Yeah,
is so I
which
know how to avoid
episode
it?
is it so I can make sure that I don't click on it?
The downside of Canadian TV, we only officially ever got the first 10 episodes of Dragon Ball. US got the whole 100. Yeah, we didn't get a lot. We also had our own exclusive intro song for Dragon Ball as well, for both that and Z. Ours was way worse than the American one, but I think we had a pretty cool English dub though.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Drummond was a very, very good Vegeta, and it was really cool because I might have said this on the podcast before. So Brian Drummond was, I think the first, I want to say the first official voice actor for Vegeta,
Mm-hmm.
for the English side of things. And then they started American dubbing the show, and they got a whole new cast of people, including Chris Sabat, who currently voices Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
There was this episode of Dragon Ball Super, which is one of the newer Dragon Ball series, and there's this episode where it's a filler episode too, of all things. They go to this planet, and there's this weird goo. There's this goo monster that takes over Vegeta and creates like an evil clone of him. And the evil clone is voiced by Brian Drummond, and I thought that was so cool. They brought back the original voice actor to play the evil
Oh,
clone. I'm like, that's so friggin' cool, man.
that is. I
That's
love it when
so awesome.
shows do stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought that was neat. And it's like, I think they wanted to do the same with Goku as well. But the current voice actor for Goku, Sean Schemmel, he's a bit of a piece of poop.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, nobody plays with Goku but me, so you're gonna have to not do that.
Hey, wait, is that the guy or is it Chris? That's like a piece of poop.
No, Chris is generally fine. I think he is the head of Funimation, like the guy, like he
Is
runs the whole thing, which is why he
Sean
puts himself in every role.
is
Sean
Sean
Schemmel,
the guy that, like, when they ask him about fan made stuff, he's like, I don't support that.
yes, yeah, he's like, I hate Team 4 Star. I don't like Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I'm not a Dragon Ball Z Abridged fan, but like I respect it. And he hates it. He absolutely hates it. And jokes on him because they've actually added Dragon Ball Z Abridged stuff into official stuff. Like they've used some of the voice actors from that in
Yeah.
official stuff now, so he
Uh-huh.
can get frigged. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a weird take to have.
Yeah, he does not like it. He's like, well, he's like, I know they're talented, but I just think they should use their talent on their own thing. And I'm just like, well, nobody will care about it then.
I mean, look at, like, I mean, we were just talking about how people who, you know, have done fan made stuff for, like, Sonic Team ask them to be a part of things, you know?
Yeah.
It's because these are, like, super talented people that have every right to be working on projects like that. It's just they're fueling their or they're using their passion for this thing and their knowledge of the lore to make it
Yeah.
super believable and really good. And it's like, you're really going to be mad at that they're channeling all their talent into something that they love?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a weird take. And
Yeah, he also gets weird about going to conventions and having another Goku voice actor there. He won't.
oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, he's very petty. So I think that's kind of sad. Which is a shame because I actually saw him at a convention. He was really nice, but I guess because I am not Goku.
Like and like, yeah, business wise, like I understand, because it's like, which Goku are you gonna go to? You know,
But
it would
brother,
be
you're
like,
already the current and main Goku. Just why do you just have a good?
I mean, I
I
think
don't know.
it's honestly, I think maybe they don't schedule people like that usually, because
Yeah,
I haven't really heard of like two Sonics at a convention or two Amy's or two Tailses. Like, you
I
know,
guess so.
I've only really
Yeah,
heard like, oh, Roger Craig Smith is going to be there and Colleen O'Shaughnessy is going to be there.
which
But
I'm
it's
sure
not
is
like,
the intention of the like convention organizer, not the voice actors themselves. You
right.
know what I mean? Because
But
voice actors are, yeah, but I can see that being a problem because fans are stupid.
yeah,
Fans are awful. They're like, "You're actually way better than him."
yeah.
It's like you know they're going to be acting up like that. You know they're going
And I'm sure that there's voice
to.
actors who respectfully are like, hey, just wondering, am I going to be the only Sonic there, or is there going to be other Sonics there? Because like it is a business move. It's how they make money. So
Yeah,
like
that's true.
they want to be like the character that's there.
But at the same time, it's a bit of a shame because they've had,
But you don't say that out
like
loud.
they'll have Dragon Ball Z themed conventions. It's not like a generic convention.
Oh,
They'll have
okay.
like Dragon Ball Z themed conventions where they've done like, oh, here's all the original Vegetas, including the Japanese ones and like a bunch of other language. They had the Spanish one. They had all these other
Mm-hmm.
ones. I saw this at a convention. It was like a panel. They had like all these different language voice actors in one room doing like iconic lines.
Yeah.
Like that was so cool. But they didn't have it for Goku. They didn't have that same thing for Goku because he was being a piece of garbage about it.
Oh my God.
I would have just not invited him, to be honest. I would have been
It's
like invited everybody else but him.
it's like not even your language, bro.
Yeah.
Every country also portrays the characters in a different way, and it's like some people like your
Yeah.
version, some people, if I don't know. It's so weird to like, it's weird that you know that.
Yeah.
You should not know that.
I should know that.
As a fan, you should not know that. Like it's really weird that he's so convicted of that he puts it out there. Like that's so cringe.
Yeah.
Ew.
I will say I'm very happy that Sonic Prime was dubbed in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because Canadian voice actors, we have such good voice actors here.
Actors in
And
general.
actors in general, but like voice actors, our voice actor talent were like all my iconic anime voice actors
Mm-hmm.
growing up. They were all dubbed in Vancouver, like
Yeah.
all of them. Every anime is voiced in Vancouver, and it's like now nothing is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no anime done in Canada, so it's like all those nostalgic voice actors. You don't really see them in anything anymore, and it's not just because they're aging out. Like you can see Brian Drummond recently voiced Eggman, like he's
Mm-hmm.
still doing stuff, but you just don't see them anymore because of that reason. And I think that's a bit of a shame. My favorite voice
Yeah.
actors, like I love Scott McNeil. He did Piccolo in the Canadian dub. He also did Majin Buu in the Canadian dub of
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball. And he's done a ton of voices as well. He's really really cool. He was even in what was that show? What the frig was that show? Um, Sons of Anarchy, I
Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah, he was one of the villains in that. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's
that's really
cool.
cool too. Yeah, yeah. Did you watch that? I didn't watch that.
No, I didn't watch it, but I'm familiar. It was a really good show. That's what I
Yeah.
heard. He gave me a big hug
Scott,
on
Scott McNeil is great. Yeah, I have a picture with Scott McNeil as
it.
well. He's a
Aw,
really cool guy. He was just walking around the convention. He's just hanging out, walking around. I got
that's
to chat with him a little
cool.
bit. Got a cool little picture with him. He's a really really cool guy.
Yeah.
He goes for this whole like gritty cowboy look. He's got like the long hair, the
Mm-hmm.
cowboy hat. He always got it on. He
I
has an
feel
iconic
like
look too. I like him.
I feel like most of the time voice actors are really, really down to earth. It's just those select few, like, what's his face? What's his name?
Oh, Sean Schemmel.
Yeah, that guy. It's just people like that who don't know why they get a big head about voicing a child.
Voicing a child, yeah, with his
No, it's
dingle
just
out.
like with it
He
with
didn't
his
voice the
dingle
Dingle Boy.
out. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know. Like when we met Patricia, she was literally the coolest person. She was so
she was so
sweet.
cool.
Oh, she was so cool. And
Yeah,
I feel like most voice actors are like they'll walk around the convention like they talk to people, you know?
yeah.
Um and it makes sense because like they don't I feel like they don't get bombarded on the daily as like camera actors do because most people don't know what they look like
Hmm.
unless you're like a huge fan and then of course you know what they look like. But yeah, that's weird that he's like that
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
because most of them
I
are
do
really
also
cool.
miss. They are, yeah, and Toke and I are talking about getting our photos with Scott McNeil and getting
Hmm.
hugs and all this other stuff, and it's just like these conventions are too big these days. You can't really do that anymore. This guy
Hmm.
was just walking around the convention. It was a small convention too. It was I think it was Con G in Guelph. The last time they held that, he was the guest there. That must have been like 2013 or something like that. Token
Yeah.
was probably there. And maybe even earlier, I don't know, but it was cool, and now we can't really do that. Like you and I just went to FanExpo, and all these voice actors are very like secure, like they're just behind their table, they're
They have a
a separate
cashier.
entity. They have a cashier, they have an assistant, and
Hmm.
it's like I understand the need for all these things. I'm not saying they're wrong, I'm just saying times have changed. It's a little different. It
It's
used to be a little
different,
bit
yeah.
more of a personal experience back when these events were smaller,
Hmm.
but post COVID everybody wants to do everything, any event they can now, because I think it could be the last one,
Right.
right?
Right.
So ever since then, the attendance for these things has exploded, and
Hmm.
now nobody can do anything like that.
I know. It's just yeah. And like I understand too, I feel like people are weirder now, so you have to kind of tighten up on expectations and security. Like, okay, if you want a photo or a video of me, well, photo is one thing, a video is another thing.
Yeah,
Like, you have to pay for it.
yeah, yeah. And it's like I get because people be weird. It's like, hey, Roger, can I get a little kiss?
Give me a little kiss, Sonic.
Give me a
Like,
little kiss on the lips,
how
Roger.
much is you walk up to the assistant, you're like, yeah, I don't see on the table. Where is the kiss on the lips?
Where's that kiss on the lips with tongue?
Oh,
I don't
tongue
see
is
that on the
extra.
lips. Tongue is extra,
Tongue's extra.
I bet.
But for you,
Give them the old 2 eye wink.
I'll give you the 5 finger discount. There's a little kiss on the lips. I see
Where's that? I don't see
photo,
that on the lips.
autograph, personalized video. Where is the kiss on the lips with tongue?
Where's that?
Is it? Do I just like? Is that? I just say it. I just tell you, or
When your voice acting career takes off and you're at a table, I'm gonna show up to your table and do that.
how
Your
much for
assistant's
a
gonna be like,
kiss on the lips with
I'm
tongue?
gonna be like, I don't. You're gonna see me in the line. You're like, oh great,
There
well,
is.
all
He's
right.
like 50 people back. Like fuck.
Like, all right.
I'm just mentally preparing 50 people ahead. I can't focus on all the other people because I'm just thinking about how it's gonna go. Neodoodlez, I haven't heard that name in years.
How much for the?
You're just staring. You're dead staring at me the entire time the line is moving. You just keep staring. Oh god, that
Oh
was so
no.
funny. No, you'll be handling the money.
Oh yeah, I'll be the
That's
table
what
assistant.
Tara Strong's boyfriend handled her
And
money.
her
Period.
hot ass boyfriend. Yeah.
Period. Tara Strong's hot ass boyfriend, which by the way, we're on her page. Wink, wink. Um, her hot ass boyfriend handled all her money. I was like, period. Put it in the bag.
I'll do that. I'll also make all your prints.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Little
Yeah.
pictures and posters
I'll draw the pictures of Goku because you're gonna be voicing
with
Goku
this dingle out.
with this dingle. Hey guys,
Where do
I got
you
my dingle out. It's
where do you
Goku.
want where do you want me to sign? On the dingle? I'm just asking everybody.
Don't
On the
sign on the
dingle? Like
dingle
no,
now.
can maybe to the side. Okay, okay. So not on the dingle? Or where do we land on the dingle? Can't just put one
Where's it?
letter.
On the dingle,
But
the
the
dingle
dingle is the
meter.
best part.
Ah, no.
You can't cover the dingle.
Sheesh.
Okay,
Um,
maybe next time.
Token, Token says there's at least one benefit to these cons being too packed. Ain't no one gonna wind up behind Vic Mignogna's panel exit and see him kiss your 14-year-old friends on the cheek.
What?
Yeah, Vic was kind of wild for that. This is like one of the most notorious like cancellations of someone ever. Is a voice actor by the name of Vic Mignogna who did some major roles. He did Edward Elric in Full Metal Alchemist, like the main character in Full Metal Alchemist, which is how he got his like big start.
Mm-hmm.
He also did Broly in Dragon Ball with his
Okay.
Dingle out.
Let's dingle out, yeah.
Um, with his Dingle out, and then he also did. I think he voiced Matt in Digimon for Digimon Adventure Try as well. He
Mm-hmm.
did a few. He did a few big roles, but he had a lot of weird interact. It wasn't like confirmed like pedophilia. Like it wasn't like a legal thing, but it was like he was kind of. I think it was like some harassment um,
Oh.
to his female coworkers, as well as actually I think it was a legal thing. But he wasn't a pedophile, but it was still terrible. It was still like really bad what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He was also having like interactions, like outside interactions with some of his younger fans. Not like
Ooh.
meetups, but he would be like talking to them in a um, like an online community thing. I think I don't know. It was
Like
years ago that
Colleen
this all this
Ballinger.
controversy. It was weird.
Ugh.
Uh, yeah, Token says it's a weird scenario because some of my friends were obsessed with him and asked him for a kiss on the cheek, and he would just oblige. Yeah, he would often do that, and he talks about this during like the legal proceedings. You can see it on YouTube, where he's just like, yeah, that's just how it was during the time, which unfortunately is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Conventions back then had a big problem with boundaries. It wasn't just a
Yeah.
Vic problem, which yeah, he's wrong for that. But there used to be like, oh, free hugs. It used to be glomping. Do you ever heard of glomping?
Mm.
Glomping was a
No.
big thing. Oh,
What is glomping?
it's like a tackle hug. It's a
Oh.
um it's a non-consensual tackle hug. Glomped, you've been
To the
glomped.
voice actor?
Not to the voice, it could be anybody.
Okay.
I mean, glomping is like a tackle hug thing, and it was just a part of the anime convention. Or yaoi paddles. Oh my god, people come up and smack you with a paddle, which means you are now gay.
Oh.
You are gay because I hit you with this piece of hard ass piece of wood. Uh,
Token
so
says, "Don't tell Maymay I've glomped you. I've moved on from that time of my life."
Token was a big glomper.
So
Token was a
you
glomper.
just run up and hug somebody, like run into them.
Run up and hug is a nice way of putting it. It'd be like a tackle hug thing.
Oh, they would
Like
do that
it's a
to
tackle hug
they would do that to voice actors.
to convention attendees, to anyone. Like you see a cosplay you
That's
like, you glomp them.
crazy. Oh God.
That got banned. That was just a regular part of the culture at the time.
Mm.
Anime conventions back in the early 2000s were friggin' wild.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
glad I
sure.
got to see it. I didn't really participate in that part of it, but the paddle smacking is crazy. Yeah, the yaoi paddles were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
One side would say yaoi, one side would say yuri. Um,
See, I
and
just
depending on
remembered something.
what's that.
Remember when we were waiting in line to meet? I think we were waiting in line to see how expensive Charles Martinet's stuff was. We got out of line because we didn't want to pay $100 for a photo.
Yeah,
And while we were in line, I watched one of the High School Musical actors waiting in line for the bathroom
take a poop.
to
Yeah,
poop.
you're
it
like, oh
was
my god, it's that
it
guy,
was Lucas Grabeel, and he was there with Corbin Blue.
and they're just waiting to poop.
He was just standing. He was just standing right there, waiting for the bathroom. And I was like, "Oh my god, this guy was in the most iconic movie franchise of all time, and he's waiting to take a shit." That's so funny. He probably wasn't gonna take a shit, but he was waiting for the bathroom.
I think he was.
Yeah,
I think he was. Yeah, I think it was poo time.
they had a great lineup for that convention.
Especially with convention
Food.
food.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no.
gross. Remember when we were sitting down eating and the security guard told us to get up?
Yeah. That wasn't our fault though.
No.
I understand why they said that because people were getting greedy. They were sitting in the middle of the friggin' doorway. I'm like, well, you're ruining it for everyone. Now
Yep.
we have to move.
There's
Yep.
always one or two people.
Because he can't just tell just you to move. He has to tell all of us, and it's your fault. Like I want you to know it's your friggin' fault.
Anyways, I was just thinking, like, what if I glomped Lucas Gribbiel?
Glomped him while he's waiting to take a poop. Poop comes out anyway. Oh no.
Well,
I guess that solves one of our problems.
his little khaki pants.
I have to go. Oh,
That is
shoot.
so funny. Solves one problem and creates 10 at the same time. Now he needs to change his diaper. And I get out scotch free, baby. I'm clean.
Hey, you're glomped and
I got what
uh
I came for, and I don't have to change my pants.
yeah, I'm being kicked out, but who cares?
I don't have poop in my pants.
I don't have poop in my pants and I got a glomp. Got a glomp
And
out
I
of
got
it.
a glomp. I got to glomp a High School Musical actor. I mean,
There's one benefit of having you're saying you were trying to mask up with the normies during your high school age is you got to miss the glomp era. So there you go.
that's true. That is true.
So pros and cons, everyone.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have been allowed to go to anime conventions just because, like, nobody would be able to go with me. Like, I needed a
That's
chaperone.
fine. It wasn't honestly like looking back on it, wasn't the super safest for especially younger girls.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
with glomping, first of all, glomping. Second of all, I don't know. Okay, this one's gonna be a bit. This one's gonna sound crazy. Why do I go to these things? Have you heard of pedo bear?
No.
Token's probably like, oh no, don't talk about all this.
I'm
So pedo bear
gonna
was an
title the episode
online.
then.
Good God. Yeah, I know. See, don't talk about this. Don't worry. Neither Token or I were involved in this. This is just something that would happen. So pedo bear was a online meme of this cartoon bear who was a pedophile. That was the joke. That was the extent of the joke.
Okay.
And people would cosplay as this bear in big mascot pedo bear costumes. I'd just go pick up a kid and walk away
Okay.
as like a joke, and that was seen as like a ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
It was your excuse to pick up like a teenage girl and just start walking away.
That's
And
crazy.
it was like pedo bear's got me, right? But it's like that's kind of crazy though, right?
That is crazy, yeah. It was a crazy time.
Crazy time. The glomping, the pedo bear, the yaoi paddles, which was just violence. How did I survive?
I don't
I
know.
actually did. You know, it's crazy. It's let me tell you, the anime convention scene back then. There's a phrase that goes around anime conventions now, which is cosplay is not consent, which is lovely. They have the sign up at most conventions.
What?
Perfect. It's cosplay is not consent. A lot of people, if you're playing like maybe you're cosplaying as Bayonetta or something, who's a very kind of like sexy character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, that doesn't mean that person wants any type of sexual attention. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like and like nerds will often won't have the social awareness to like have that separation of
Mm-hmm.
character and cosplayer.
Yeah.
Like you have to remember this is a person, so people have to put these disclaimers up at conventions called cosplay is not consent. Awesome, cool. I remember I had my own experience with that. I was at Anime North when I was probably 15 or 16, and I was cosplaying as Team Magma from Pokemon. That's actually Token met me when I was actually in this costume, so he knows the costume.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this NES controller belt, and then this girl walks up to me, and she must have been probably early 20s or something like that, and she says, "Hey, what cheat code do I have to put in to get those pants off?" And I'm thinking,
Ooh.
okay, I'm like smooth line.
Yeah.
But I'm also 16 years old.
Oh my god. I'm a child.
So that
That's
was kind
so
of crazy.
crazy.
And I'm
Token.
like, that was just kind of how it is. So I'm honestly kind of, I miss the era in terms of I miss the time, but I don't think it was better back then. I
Mhm.
don't think it was better.
Token also said earlier, maybe just meeting MaeMaeTown was so exciting he has to shit himself about Lucas Grabeel. I was
I
thinking
think it was the glomp.
this. I keep like an instant replay of like a football game. I keep replaying me tackling him and him shitting his pants.
I like the idea that it flies out of the pants and hits a wall.
It like it shoots a hole through his khaki pants and splatters against the wall.
I like that it bounces off the wall and lands in a garbage bin.
Like a basketball hoop.
Rolls along the rim of the bin
Yeah,
first,
what
and
do
then
they call
falls.
that when it hits the back and then
What is that called?
it's like a shot, I think. There's a name for it. What is it?
Uh,
Somebody tell me in the chat. But
who
that's what I
knows? Who knows?
imagine. Shoots out the
That's
pants, hits the wall, and then falls into the garbage, and then the garbage can closes.
Whew.
There's nothing funnier than
Oh my
poop.
goodness. That's the best. That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, the anime convention scene is a weird one. I still like it,
Dumb.
but it's I think especially when you're our age, it's our responsibility to keep it as a safe place for the younger attendees.
Hmm.
There's always new fans. There's always new fans coming to these things, so it's often, I was the younger kid and I had a confrontation like that. Thankfully it wasn't a really scarring one or anything like that, but it stuck in my head. I remember it very well. So it's like these little interactions, they last, right? So I
Yeah.
think it's our kind of our responsibility to keep it that safe. You call out behavior like that
Hmm.
when you see it, kind of thing. Like, don't let that slide.
Yeah, that's
Don't let the kid deal with it. You know what I mean? Don't let the
yeah.
kid deal with it.
That's not okay. I think like consent has definitely gotten better in
Oh yeah,
places like that, but there are still people, especially online, like there are just crazy people everywhere.
yeah.
That's never gonna go away, you know?
No, that's gonna happen. It's just we do what we can to kind
Yeah.
of, yeah,
All you can do
yeah,
is just like confront it when it's happening and try to create a safe space. But
exactly.
um yeah, FanExpo was so fun. It was, it was really crowded, but like all the guests were really cool. They had Trailer Park Boys, they had Patricia,
Paprika,
Partition. They had Partition Somerset, who voices Zelda in the recent games.
partition, Somerset.
Roger was supposed to be there, and then I don't know,
What
he
happened?
went to Chicago instead.
What a freak. Well, I think that's when him and Patricia broke up.
Yeah, we have this theory that they're dating.
Yeah, well, that they were dating.
Yeah, I
That
think they
Zelda and
broke up.
Sonic were dating, and now they're not.
I think they broke up.
Yeah, they weren't. They're not liking each other's posts anymore, and they're not in each other's every single. They were in every post
Every
together.
convention in the last like year, they've been in the same convention, and then the last like two conventions, they were just. I think they were in Australia recently,
Okay,
but like this, I don't know.
well, that's where it happened.
Yeah, it was those Aussies. They really just shake things up, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Yeah,
It's the accent.
Australia is a different galaxy. Like
Yeah.
it's just different down
Oh my goodness.
there. What up, the enhanced done? What's up?
The enhanced one.
Welcome. I seen you bagged a baddie. Who you talking to?
Are you talking about Shadow the
Shadow the
Hedgehog over
Hedgehog?
here?
Yeah. You need
Because
advice?
yeah,
Rizzing
you already
advice?
know. You already know we bagged Shadow the
Yeah,
Hedgehog.
we bagged. Ooh, thank you for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I'm like
Hey, good follow, good follow.
11. Am I 11 followers from 500 followers? You need rizzing advice? What do you
Well,
need?
that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here
We're
for.
here when I want to see Mae's advice for Resident Evil Neo, I would also like to hear this advice.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what the enhanced done is referring to though.
I think it's the enhanced
Is it
one.
me? The enhanced done.
The enhanced.
The enhanced one.
Yeah.
Oh, enhanced one. Are you?
We were thinking we wanted to do an advice podcast anyway, or advice segments on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're down. Hey, listen, we're down.
Okay.
Okay, you want to read the premise?
I'm gonna read the premise. All right. Oh, never mind.
No, never mind. It was probably rude.
Anyways.
Well, hey.
It was fun while it lasted.
Anybody have any actual advice?
I love Twitch.
I love Twitch.
Hey, thank you so much for supporting me. Oh, goodbye.
Oh, you said the N-word. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you. I
Love you. Hey, thanks for the follow, though.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I'm so curious to know what that said.
I like half read it and I didn't get to the bad part.
Nah, I didn't get to the bad part yet.
Someone paraphrase.
Sheesh. Someone paraphrase.
Because I was
Anybody
like
have any actual? I was about to be full legit. It was gonna be great.
I was ready. I was getting my Dr. Phil on. Jeez.
Yeah, I was about.
I'm glad I pronounced their name wrong.
Day in your life.
This is gonna be a changing day in your life. I don't know what he said.
I came out of ads. I didn't know this was a bit.
Oh my gosh. Well.
Wait, was this okay? So maybe it wasn't even bad. It might not have been bad.
Wait, was it bad? Who banned him?
Was it bad, JT?
JT?
It was JT, but JT was in ads. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, well, enhanced one. I'm sorry if it was a genuine question. If it was.
Oh well.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Oh. Bro was hitting on a coworker and his coworkers caught his ass being inappropriate.
Probably. Okay, so we don't know for sure.
Gotcha.
He was weird. Okay.
He was weird, champion? Got it. Okay. Hey, I trust you. I just wanted to know what was said.
Same story, different day.
If JT deletes a message or bans someone, I full trust. Full trust.
I was at 489 at the start of this stream, and it went down to 488, and then they followed and went back to 489. I hate this platform.
I really do.
Why are you gonna follow if you just unfollow?
That's true. The way he phrases it is incel-ass sound and perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, usually, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it.
I want to hear what is it.
I was just gonna say, if you, like, I don't know if this is gonna come off as mean or not.
Oh, well.
Like, I think it depends on your age, but if you ask for dating advice on Twitch, I think that you can expect some weird stuff.
Oh, I think in general, if you're at the point where you have to ask for dating advice on Twitch, you're
from a stranger.
Probably you can't be helped.
I don't know. Like, I've had teenagers like ask me for advice on here, which is like,
yeah,
it's fine, because like when I was 16, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't know like what the right.
To be honest, I don't know what's going on now.
I don't know what's going on now, but like I have I have experience at least.
Yeah.
And I know what I don't want in life, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but
for me, I don't even know what kind of advice I would give, to be honest.
I mean, I feel like I could give some good advice, but just give me a genuine, not inappropriate thing.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if I was in a situation where it's like, hey, I want to pursue this person romantically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have that in me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have that initially with you. It was just like, hey, you're really cool, and I want to be just a part of your life. Like, let's hang out and let's play games. Let's talk about things. Let's stream together. And it just developed from there. Like, I just, like, if it's someone who I just want to be, I think romantic pursuit can sometimes be a bad thing, because I feel like you kind of almost don't see that person as a person. You see them as a goal.
Right.
Whereas, like, I feel like if you are genuinely interested in the person and you want to be like, okay, well, I like what this person's about.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just let me just introduce them to my. I want to be friends with you,
Totally.
and then that can develop however you want it to, right?
Well, as cliche as it sounds, friendship first is like the best way to have develop feelings for someone, or vice versa, have them develop feelings for you. Because when you approach it from, it's always the best to approach it from like a, I want to know you and I want to know what you're passionate about, and let's find common ground and common interests. Like, say we both love Sonic. Hey, that's a huge, you're like 70% there. If you both love Sonic, you're 70% there. You know?
Yeah, that's a huge like.
That's a
That's a huge thing.
huge hurdle to get over. If they don't like Sonic, it's not going to work out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not. Trust me.
Um,
Been there. It's not going to work out. Um,
I will say
yeah.
I confessed to Mandy first.
Yeah.
Um, Seconds away, apparently, she was going to say the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
I caved first, but what I did say was, like, I said, listen, I'm really, really enjoying. I'm not going to read the message, obviously, but like, I've been enjoying hanging out with you and like getting to know you, and this has been awesome. I'm developing feelings for you.
Right.
I am. If that changes something, it's cool. I'm really, really into being your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this is cool. Like, either way, I just thought you should know that. Like, if you're feeling it, awesome. If you're not, I can suppress these. No big deal. We can just continue
I
as
can
is.
suppress this.
Like,
No,
we
I
can
know
just
what you meant.
continue as is,
Yeah,
right?
I know what you meant.
And I think, and that's cool. Like, it didn't have like a high pressure. It wasn't like a, hey, by the way, all this friendship stuff was only because I was trying to get you. I was trying to
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah.
But like, so it wasn't like that. It was just like, hey, like, I'm interested in like potentially, pursuing a romantic relationship with you,
Mm-hmm.
and this has been a lovely business transaction.
Thank you. Usually,
Thank you.
usually, and I won't say all the time because everybody processes social interactions differently, but like usually there's a vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And that's something you can feel even if you live in different countries, you know? You can kind of pick up on patterns and, oh, they text me a lot, and oh, when they see something that they know I like, they send it to me. Just little things like
Was it the
that.
heart reacts? I think it was
Was
the
it
heart
like
react.
the 6 minute audio messages? Did that give it
Oh, that might have
away?
been the giveaway. That might have been the
Yeah. No, I
giveaway.
like, you know, if there's a vibe, be cool. Like,
Was it the
just
hanging out till 6 a.m. after our
after,
stream?
yeah, till the sun came up, literally.
That is
That
what
was
happened. Hey,
crazy.
sun's up. Time to call it a night.
Yep. Yeah, I think I went to bed at 8 a.m. that night.
Yeah, that night.
That day.
That was a great day.
That was a great day because I had like one of the funniest streams of my life. Yuji and Jamie were like fighting during my stream, and it was so funny.
Yeah.
Like, that was when he was like, I'm like treating myself to some Campbell's chunky chicken noodle soup. And Yuji was like, what the fuck? You're an old man. And I was just crying over that. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, grandpa soup.
Campbell's chunky
That
chicken.
clip is on my Twitch channel. Campbell's chunky chicken noodle soup. It was like such an old person soup.
Yeah.
But so I like stayed up all night rewatching that stream, and I was just in tears in my bed, and I was talking to you and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But yeah, just be friends. And like Token said, the whole friend zoning thing, that's not real. You just are saying that because you didn't get what you want.
Yeah. Like,
And
I've had close friends confess to me and I didn't feel the same, and it was cool that we just continued being friends. Like, sometimes that happens, sometimes you catch feelings, and as long as you're cool about it, then it can continue being like that, you know?
yeah, I just think
Like,
like,
literally, if you're just like, hey, I think it's cool, I'm just enjoying being friends, I'd be like, all right, awesome.
yeah, I think if you feel like, oh, the friend zoned me, think you never really were friends with them in the first place.
Yeah, you weren't.
Now I do understand like being disappointed because you've kind of created this image in your head of like, oh, I want to be with them, and like I can't see them any other way. That's valid. You know, that's just human nature. But
Yeah.
to like to make it to a point to be like they friend zoned me, like they did this to me. It's like, no, you created this situation in your head,
Yeah.
and just because they don't reciprocate those feelings doesn't mean that they did anything to you, you know? It's like, no, it
Yeah.
just wasn't mutual. But
And that's allowed.
yeah.
That's allowed.
But yeah, definitely don't like I when I think back on like my past relationships, there really weren't any that I wasn't friends with them first because I'm a very
Hmm.
like I need the emotional connection to feel anything else.
Yeah.
And so if we're not like playing video games or joking about, you know, Sonic or Game Grumps quotes or whatever, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Then you need to have those similar interests.
Yeah. Which also I will
Yeah.
say I've dated non-Game Grumps, like stark non-Game Grumps fans, like avid non-Game Grumps fans before.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
I've dated people who don't like comedy, and that was tough.
Ah,
I've told
yikes.
this on I've told this on stream. I broke up with my first girlfriend because she was painfully unfunny.
Yeah,
I was
valid.
16 and I couldn't.
No comedy is crazy. It's
I need
true.
and, and you make me laugh every single night. So it's just like that's what I need.
Same. But yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
be funny. I'm sorry.
you gotta
You
be.
gotta be
Sorry,
funny. You
I
gotta
feel like
keep up.
this.
You
Do
gotta
you
keep
not?
up.
Some people don't like to laugh. Some people don't like to laugh.
Yeah. I dated somebody one time who did not like Game Grumps, like, or NSP. And
Mm,
his best friend was a huge Game Grumps fan and NSP fan. And so I remember there was the music video for Heart Boner. No, Heart Boner came out, the song, which is one of my favorite NSP songs. And so for like
yeah,
a week straight, he and I were like singing it. And my ex was just like so annoyed. He hated Game Grumps. And it didn't work out, obviously. But
yeah,
looking back, I'm just like, wow, that is such an important thing to my soul, you know? It's little things like
yeah. That's
that,
a hard deal breaker for sure.
like that you don't think about, you know? It's like, oh, everybody has their own interests, like blah, blah, blah. It's like, yes, that's true. But I think there's certain things that you have to have in common with somebody for it to last.
Yeah,
Because it's much deeper than just like, oh, I like to watch these funny videos. Oh, I like to play these games and, you know, watch these movies. No, because it's a much deeper like spiritual emotional thing for you.
these are things I've made my whole personality.
Exactly. So you need to
Yeah,
find somebody that matches that. At least.
that's what I'm saying,
Very
chat.
important.
And then you got to make a podcast together.
And you got to make a podcast together.
Can you make every episode? Is it hard to end the podcast?
Yeah.
Because we're already over 2 hours, and I thought
Ask
we're
yourself.
still in it. You know,
Yeah, this 2 hours is our norm now because it's just so it doesn't feel like 2 hours. It feels like 30 minutes.
it doesn't. It zooms right by.
Mm-hmm.
It zooms right by.
Yeah.
I think our longest. What was our longest FaceTime call? 78 hours or something like
Yeah.
that.
Literally, we were on FaceTime for like 75 hours before we met in
Yeah, it was
person.
crazy. That was yeah. We just kept each other on for days.
Yep.
We still pretty much do that. All my screen time these days is just because we have each other on FaceTime every single night.
Uh-huh.
It's honestly I feel weird. There's been like we've maybe missed 4 nights
Yeah.
since we started doing this,
Yeah.
and those nights feel weird though, don't they?
Oh
They like
yeah.
feel kind of
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Uh, there's something I definitely gonna okay token. Yeah, send that later. Send that later if you'd like.
Um but yeah, all that to say, you know, if there's somebody you want to pursue romantically, try to be their friend first. Cuz
Wouldn't that's the thing. If there's somebody you have romantic interest in, do you value them enough as a person to have them as a friend?
yeah.
You know, just introduce them to your life, have it be a natural thing. I need you to be fine with them not wanting you romantically.
Yeah.
I need you to be fine with that. That's very important because if you're not fine with that, that's a dangerous game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also for me personally, I don't want someone who doesn't like I don't want someone romantically who doesn't want me romantically. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like that's a bad feeling. I've been in relationships where that like has been the case where like they've kind of lost interest and like weren't too into me, and that kind of made me kind of feel the same way. Where it's just like that's a bit of a shame, right?
Yeah.
But or I don't know. I've been into someone like back in high school where they're I'm really into them, but they weren't into me. But they were cool just hanging out, and you know what? I quickly changed my perspective of maybe I could be with this person to like, hey, I'm really enjoying hanging out with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Was I still getting a very fulfilling experience? Of course, because I value that person as a person,
Mm-hmm.
and that was nice. That was
Yeah.
nice for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's the thing is, don't think of people as pursuits. Just don't.
Well, also if marriage is important to you, like you guys aren't gonna be hot forever.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's true.
I mean, yes,
Sometimes,
but you're not gonna be
hey,
this young
both of
forever.
us are in our 30s. I think we're visually peak right now.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I think we look
I
great.
think we look great.
I think we look great.
Well, just
So
saying, like, there's gonna come a point in age where life sucks, and you want to have somebody that's like your best friend, you know,
oh yeah,
to
that's the
laugh
thing.
with
You
and
wanna you
stuff.
wanna be infatuated with that person's heart, right? Like if you're going in based on
Yeah,
looks, like you said, looks unfortunately they do
they
deteriorate. You can
fade.
still find someone beautiful, right?
Yeah,
You can love all the little wrinkles and imperfections, sure. But
like
like
that Ed Sheeran
I,
song.
in a conventionally attractive way, that does deteriorate just like our bodies do,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, but like that person themselves doesn't really change
Right.
unless they like lose their mind or something like that. That's a different story. That's a different
Yeah, that's
conversation.
a oof. That's a
That's
can
another
of
heavy thing.
worms.
That's like I'm not going into that right now.
But no,
But
just
that's hey,
be
that's
friends.
our legitimate advice to everybody.
Yeah, and you can take that to
Yeah.
the bank.
Yeah, cash that in, open up
And
one of those high interest savings
in my
accounts
name,
in my name, put it in my account, e-transfer me. I don't have Venmo because that doesn't exist here, but
send me a
I'll
hundred
take any
dollars.
money. I need
I
$100.
just need $100, honestly. Um,
Yeah.
Silver, don't give up.
So Silver in the Twitch chat says, not to bring down the mood, I've given up on dating and living in a small town. Everyone knows everyone. There isn't anyone within my age range, and I want to that I want to date or is taken. So I tend to live my best life to the fullest by going to events and concerts. Hey, that's cool. Hey,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I
cool.
actually think this isn't a problem at all.
No.
Because like I don't know, for me, I wasn't necessarily looking for someone to date when we met. We were just doing our own thing. I was
Hmm.
streaming, doing art, whatever, and we just happened to find each other through similar common means.
Yeah.
Right? There's no pursuit involved, but um, there's a big value in just like learning how to enjoy a single life. Single is not
That's
bad.
very important.
You can have very meaningful connections that aren't a romantic partner.
Hmm.
I have close friends and family that I love, that aren't romantic partners. So
Right. And,
yeah,
yeah, if you are in an era where like you're single and you're just doing your thing, like that can be some of the greatest moments of your life, you know? Just like how you're doing Silver, you're taking yourself to concerts and events like conventions, you're going to all the cool conventions out there, like you're living life, dude. And, I think you'll meet somebody when you least expect it. Maybe you'll meet them at a convention or
mm,
that concert that you go to by yourself. Like on the note of going to a concert alone, I met an incredibly cool girl like 2 years ago? No.
yeah.
Was it 2 years ago?
Um,
The Hunter Hayes
I
concert?
think I don't know.
No way was it 2 years ago. It was at least a year ago. But anyway, so I went to oh wait, no, it was. It was almost 2 years ago. Not quite, but almost.
Yeah,
I went to see Hunter Hayes by myself because I wasn't dating anybody at the time when I bought the tickets. and or the ticket. And so I really wanted to see Hunter Hayes, and so I went, and I noticed this really cute girl who seemed to be there by herself as well. And I was just kind of like, just keeping myself, just like watching the show. And um right before Hunter came on, she like was like, "Are you here by yourself?" And I was like, "Well, yes, I am here by myself." She was like, "Oh, that's so cool. Like, I just walked by here the other day and saw that he was playing, and I just bought myself a ticket." And I was like,
That's
"That's so
awesome.
cool." And so we became instant best friends. Like, the second the concert started, we were singing together and taking videos of each other. And now we, like, support each other, through social media. She's an incredible nail tech. And
Oh, that's so cool.
um, it was just like one of those moments where you're just like, wow, fate is like real in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And you can make a connection like that isn't romantic. It can just be like a new girlfriend or new boyfriend, if you want to call him that. That you just
And I do.
have a very special kind of cosmic connection with. It's like, wow, we both chose for ourselves, and now we've met each other and we've shared this beautiful experience together that was supposed to be solo.
Yeah.
It was like we had known each other for years, and it's like, let's go to this concert. you know so
I
cool
love that.
cool stuff like that can happen when you least expect it, and I feel like it really happens when you invest in yourself,
Yeah,
because
it's
that's the
true.
universe being like, hey, here you go.
Like I had such an incredible day yesterday, spending it with Shiv, May9K, and Spielermon. And we did a stream where we walked around a park, and you can tell how much we all love each other. Like
Mm-hmm.
we all just love each other so much, and it's just like such a good stupid time. We're not even doing anything, but we're just enjoying each other's company. It's just like there are still fulfilling experiences
Mm-hmm.
beyond a romantic pursuit. Now, I am very grateful that I'm in the relationship that I'm in with you,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to have both.
Yeah, yeah.
But both of you and I we both agreed that we were both having these amazing experiences, and I think that kind of made it even more healthy of a relationship when we did find each other,
Mm-hmm.
because we weren't crumbling, uh, desperate people, I guess you could say, right? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Yeah.
for sure.
Uh, yeah.
um
So I think that's kind of where I'm going with that. Jedi also says, this kind of to your point where you're saying, hey, if you want to be married, you kind of have to like that person. You have to love that person's heart and mind, right?
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where Jedi says, once you make your second brain realize that, hey, you can't be boning your partner 24/7, and 95% of the time you normally spend with a life partner is doing mundane and non-sexual things,
Mm-hmm.
you best pick someone you want to share all the boring stuff with in life. One of my
Seriously.
favorite things to do with you is cook. I like cooking with you. I like
Yeah.
preparing a little meal. I love cleaning with you. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
when we're cleaning, that kind of stuff,
So
or
much
just
fun
even sitting around.
watching The
You know,
Walking Dead for 8 hours.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Even this morning, I'm trying out this new pen that I've been frigging around with all stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just drawing in my book, and you're watching your TikToks, and we're just hanging out together.
Yeah,
Just like little mundane things like that, right? That's nice. You know,
it is.
I don't know. You have to value that in someone.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, I think you don't see them as a person.
Because that's what a lot of life is, realistically. It's just like, oh, drinking coffee in the morning. Oh, go to the grocery store. Like,
Yeah.
oh, let's binge watch Once Upon a Time. It's,
Oh, yeah. We got to do that.
oh my God, yeah. Speaking of. Oh, it's like Once Upon a Time o'clock. It's like
What's
it
about a
looks like
clock?
Rumple a clock.
A rumble.
Rumple a clock. You guys need to get into Once Upon a Time right now. I
Now
think
that
they're
is a
coming
whole.
back. They've
What?
been appearing at conventions.
Have they?
Yes. There was a truck
Hmm.
that said the magic is back.
I didn't know about that.
But yeah, they've been making appearances in like Europe together. I saw a picture of Lana and Colin, that's Hook and the Evil Queen. They're like in Germany together.
Oh, those are the two hot ones.
Yeah, the hottest ones. Regina's my
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah, same. I'll do anything for
I would
her.
every time we watch the show, I'm like, and she's on screen, I'm like, damn, I want to split a root beer float with this bitch so bad. Like one of my like, if you could have a root beer float with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? It would be Lana Parrilla from Once Upon a Time.
That'd be so cool.
I bet genuinely, like, if you follow her on social media, she posts the hottest selfies. She's always like at the beach. Like, bruh, I
What's
want
the
to
account? So
Lana.
so I know how to
How
avoid
do
it?
I
What is
so
it?
I know to block it? Lana
It's
Parrilla
Lana
with two L's. Parrilla.
and blocked. Blocked. What is that?
But like, I'm like, man, I would love to just like, I don't want to just
The
meet
blue
her.
button means blocked, right? What is this profile picture?
What is it hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you guys, she doesn't age. She's stunning. She's so hot. I'm like, I just want to like, I don't want to meet
And
her
bookmarked.
and bookmark, just like Roger's most recent video that he
Oh my
posted.
god.
Hello, guys, go to Roger Craig Smith's Instagram and go to his like Reels section. Get back to
It's
me.
just him doing like
Well,
uh
he's
just what how do you explain this?
okay. Well, he's in what game is that? It's the Kyle Crane game. What game is that?
I don't
It's a
know.
Kyle Crane. Anyways, he it's something with the Game Awards. They're like showing a promo for this game, but like
Yeah.
it's just an audio of like a lifeline thing and him like aggressively like grunting and
It sounds
moaning.
very sexual
It's
though.
very sexual, and I almost opened it in a Wendy's.
This is a deli. No, this is a
I
deli.
caught it
Uh,
right before the grunting started, and I was like, thank Christ.
Jedi, that's Lana Parrilla. So Parrilla.
Is it two
Just so you guys
R's?
can all. It is two
Oh,
R's, yeah.
she's so hot.
Yes, just so you know, you block. Just block.
I just want to share a root beer float with her one time.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't want to picture with her. We can have a secret root beer float.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Not
Oh,
Wendy's.
she got a
I
dog.
sent it
Too.
to Noodle too. I was just like, hey.
Not at the Wendy's.
I like to harass
Why
people
didn't
with
you ever-
my. If I could sum up my Twitch, my content, it's harassing people with my hyperfixations and just forcing people to deal with it. If you become my friend,
Usually Noodle, yeah. You'll usually
I
have
always send
Noodle.
Noodle my like random TikToks. I'm just like, here you go.
Your problem.
Your problem
now.
now. Balls in your court. It's fun though. It's like, it's my love language though.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's
I'm
nice.
laughing. I want you to laugh. I'm horny. I want you to be. Like the Sabrina Carpenter song. Sabrina
Yeah.
Carpenter.
That's so nice.
Have you ever tried this one? I need to make a TikTok of like if Shadow and Amy were at the Sabrina Carpenter concert, and it's at the part okay, I'm gonna pitch this TikTok right now to the
Okay, here we
to the
go.
people. So
So don't steal it.
so it's me, right? It's just me like standing in the on camera.
Yeah.
It's like me as Shadow and then me as Amy, right? And it's the
Right.
part of the Sabrina Carpenter song where she's like, "Wanna try out some freaky positions," and meanwhile it's like they're kind of like they're at the concert. Amy's like dancing along. Shadow's just sitting there, with his arms crossed. He's just like, but Amy's like singing along. So I would like dub over like the voice of me singing along to the Sabrina Carpenter song. She'd be like, "Gonna try out some freaky positions," and then it gets to the part where she's like, "Have you ever tried this one?" But the camera's on Shadow and not on Amy, and it's just his reaction of her doing the Juno pose. And he's like, I did a wide face for the Spotify listeners.
On Spotify, yeah. I like that. That's a great idea.
She's doing some like If you haven't looked up the Juno poses from Sabrina Carpenter's tour, yeah, you'll thank me later when you do.
How do so I can block
So
her?
I
What
can
is it?
block it. Sabrina Carpenter Juno pose.
So I have I have a pretty strict block list just because I have a girlfriend, first of all.
Okay.
So I gotta block Sabrina. You said Sabrina what?
Sabrina Carpenter.
I only follow Tom Hanks.
Oh. Like
Yeah,
from my favorite TikTok. Risen gates won't run enough for me.
that's right. Yeah. So
Christmas
I can't.
comes to town. Risen
Well,
gates.
Lana has a lot of dogs, looks
She
like.
does. She's a dog mom, which makes her
Dog
even
mom.
hotter.
There you go,
It's
chat.
always the hotties that have like 6 dogs. She's so hot.
Doesn't Ariana Grande have like 8 dogs as well?
She has. I don't know. She has at least like 3 dogs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think she said she has 8,
8.
but she travels with 2 of them.
Millie Bobby Brown has like 50 animals.
That's crazy.
She
That's
has
too much.
like 8 dogs, 8 cats, 6 cows. Like, period. I mean, if I had her money, I would too.
Yeah,
Why not?
that's fair. That's fair.
She does a lot of like rescue work too, so.
If I'm rich, I'm living out my Stardew dreams, you know? I'm
Same.
4 chickens, and then if I want more than 4, I gotta upgrade the barn. I gotta go talk to Robin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Kind of get a community center going. Anyway.
JT, I want to be so rich that my pets can be cattle. Yeah. I just want cows as a pet, not for any labor. I just want them in the backyard.
I wouldn't mind a little milk and cheese.
As a treat.
As a
Every
treat.
now
Like, I'm
and
not gonna
then.
kill you. I don't even want meat,
No
really.
pressure,
I'm not
just
even a meat guy.
whenever you're ready.
Hey,
I'll work on
you
your
got it.
schedule.
A sheep is great because with the wool, right? Hey, that's awesome.
That's very
First of all, that's
handy.
awesome. And you gotta maintain their coat anyway. So let's say it's a win-win.
Well, they need to be shaved anyways.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So it's great.
yeah.
Let's do that. Let's create a farm.
Okay.
Chad, this stream has been almost 3 hours, and we do have to upload this to Spotify and YouTube. So might have to call it there. Might have to call it there. It's
We
also 1
will.
a.m.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah.
Are you gonna be live still?
Probably not. It's a bit late. And
It
it's
is very, very
time
late.
for Once Upon a Time. So we've been talking about Lana Priya, so I need to watch some Regina.
All right, let's go get an episode in because I gotta go to work soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All
Guys,
right.
thank you so much for
Thank you so much,
being
and
here.
thank you, MaeMaeTown on Twitch, for having me as usual.
Thank
I'm
you,
so privileged to
Neodoodlez.
be here, and I know it sounds like this is like a little thing I'm saying, but I truly do mean it.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're listening or watching later, thank you. Thank you for checking out the episode.
Hey,
2-part
I
episode? No,
kind of
it's just
gave
1 part.
yeah, it's a 1 part. I usually give this disclaimer. I don't know if I did already, but hey, if you are on Spotify or YouTube, follow MaeMaeTown on Twitch because we record
Please.
these live every single week. We are almost at 500 followers on Twitch.
Yes.
So you need to do that. We record these lives. You want to be a part of the chat. We reference, as you heard in this little episode here, we reference the chat very often.
Yes.
So come through, come hang out with us. It's a great time. You can be weird, but JT will probably ban you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also be normal and just hang out with us, and that'd be fine too.
Yeah.
Like what you like, love who you love, and just have a great night, everyone.
Period.
I love you.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone have a wonderful night. And I'll see you guys for the next stream tomorrow night. It'll be more Sonic related fun. And
Who knows? You gotta show up.
Who knows? You gotta show up. You won't regret it. If you watch the VOD from yesterday, then you'll know. You don't want to miss it. Because I did a lot of crazy shit.
The backflips were kind of, I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
but
I've been working on
you
my
gotta show up.
backflips. So
You got yeah. She's been working on the backflips.
I'm working on the backflips, yeah.
You're gonna want to see
You're
this.
gonna want to see that. But yeah. Yeah, guys, have a wonderful. Bro, what's the deal with you and Amy? Love
That's the
Sonic.
best
And
thing.
go watch, for the love of God, go watch Sonic Boom. It's on YouTube.
Let's go. Let's go watch some Sonic Boom.
Well, the first two seasons are on YouTube. The rest, Hulu? Don't know.
Wasn't it only 2 seasons?
Was it?
Yeah.
There's. Oh, so then it's all on YouTube.
There you go.
I forgot.
Have fun, chat.
Okay. Yeah, bye guys. Have a wonderful day / week, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you then.
Bye guys.
Bye.